Hello everyone, welcome to Monday, and welcome to Silver, and we are here for round 14 of oh gosh, I can hear my voice, that's terrible. Welcome, to round 14 of season 1 of Silver, and a fantastic fantastic season it's turned out to be as well. It's absolutely fantastic, it really is, and I've said fantastic twice, one time too many. I've also just realised that we've now up to 149 subscribers. Thank you guys, thank you indeed. I am taking a bow right now. I'm sure that no one can see me, which is also a blessing as well, as we're just about to get into the qualifying session for the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. The Temple of Speed it is, isn't it? And last night we had all kinds of seasons, didn't we? We had heavy rain, we had monsoon conditions, then we had light rain before a beautiful sunshine in the final part of qualifying. And then the race as well, it was just miserable all the way through, wasn't it really? But my goodness me, the action on track is fantastic. Light's getting his first pole position of ALR history, his ALR career, so fantastic stuff from Lights there. Hats off to him, that was a brilliant lap last night, really was there, really blew everyone out of the water, and it blew me off my chair as well. It was absolutely fantastic stuff, it really was. As I quickly lean over and let's check the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we, after round 13. Of course, I hope you all had a brilliant Easter. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got some eggs from the Easter bunnies and all that kind of jazz, and I got 2, I think, or 3, so no, I didn't. I got 5. No, I'm trying to lie and also saying about me slimming down. I used to have like a double figures, but unfortunately, I've had to be a grown-up in the last couple of years, so that's disappointing, isn't it? Anyway, then, you can see we've got a lovely sunny sky here in qualifying, which is absolutely fantastic. It really is. And of course, all you eagle-eyed viewers there will notice we got some new blood here tonight. We got Jake Wilson making his debut tonight. Hello, Jake. I hope you're well tonight. And I will be probably calling him Wilson from now on as well. I'm going to sound like what's his name, Tom Hanks off Castaway. We've also got Just B as well then, as I quite like that name actually, Just B. I love to Just B. And we've also got Silent Shifter. Of course, a lot of you long-time ALR viewers will know Silent Shifter. Of course, I think he had he's had a couple of pole positions, hasn't he, in ALR Gold. He drove for a lot of last season, didn't he? And he is also back in action as well. Great to see. Also, Iceman as well in the there is good stuff indeed. And I think everyone else has been here before, even though Double has changed his name as well. Ryan Brown has subscribed as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff, Ryan Brown. Brilliant. I love it. Anyway then, let's quickly go through the oh my goodness me. I paused there because I was trying to process the information I've just been given, and this is this is a live from Glock, of course, the man who doesn't get a lot of things wrong, including his racecraft as well. He is just informed me it's a dry quali, but we have got a wet race. Oh, goodness gracious me then. I gotta say, we've picked an absolutely appalling week to go to Monza, haven't we? Goodness me. It was raining yesterday, now we've got some rain today then. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Good stuff indeed then. Of course, Andre says hello. Hello, Andre. Oh, Glock also says evening all as well. Good evening to both of you. I hope you have a fun and enjoyable race. I certainly will. So we got a Ferrari, I think it is. There's a Ferrari dude of Razor coming in the final turn, and he is about to start his lap as well. Of course, he's in Monza, isn't he? Razor is, which of course is where all the drivers are, to be honest, isn't they? Car 84 there, Razor there, flying the flyer for Ferrari. Unfortunately, both Ferraris retired from the race the last night, did they? Favre had a crack in starting in the race there, but just didn't go his way, did it? Excuse me. There we go, much better. Clear my throat, I had a frog in my throat. And also then coming through Curva Grande as well then. Flea will be joining the session in halfway through qualifying. Flea of course is the second Ferrari. Oh goodness me, as that Razor is going off into the bunker there, isn't he? I think I'm on golf tonight, ain't I? I don't really like golf, to be honest. My putting's absolutely appalling. So in the Drivers' Championship, shall we quickly go through that? 161 points separates Glock and Droffer. Droffer's moved up to second now after a good run of form. He's been absolutely fantastic in the second half of the season. He really has. Brilliant stuff there from Droffer. Hunter has dropped down the third then after he's had some off days, hasn't he, recently? But Hunter is still right at the top of the tree. In terms of the promotion and relegation stuff. Alhan is currently in fourth position. Only he's a point off the promotion place at the moment. While behind ALR is in 5th position. We're looking forward to have YBR back in. Of course, he's a key worker and he's doing a fantastic job out there. It really is. And so hats off to YBR. Good stuff in this very difficult tournament. Razor goes fastest on a 20.927. Good stuff indeed there from Razor. We've also got a Williams there who's just coming up. No, then it's a Toro Rosso. Goodness me, I need to adjust my eyes then. Silent shift, and then is invalidated time with FIFA Beef. He's just starting his lap as well. We've also got another Toro Rosso right there. Goodness me, they're coming through thick and fast at the moment, isn't they? I can't keep up with these guys. Brilliant. Here comes Kington coming through the final parabolic, and then as he gets all the way then full beans to the line now, and he has done a 20.9 then. My goodness me, he's only 200 a second away from Razor. Cod Oliver goes third fast in the racing point. The Pink Panther, isn't he? So good stuff indeed there. We got a Haas coming out of the final turn as well. Got yellow flags fluttering all along the start-finish straight. We've also got a Red Bull just coming into view in the background as well, and that's Andre, who has just gone third fastest there in the Red Bull. Good stuff indeed there from Andre. That's up. Oh, who's up? That's a Toro Rosso. That's Kington, who is unfortunately gone off at the first chicane. And oh goodness gracious me, that's not good at all there for Kington, is it? So, but he's on his way luckily. And Vitali, who's going fastest there on a 20.7. And of course, these times are pretty good. They're pretty hot off the press. And here comes Iceman coming up to the line. Now. I hope his name's Iceman. I think it's Iceman. Oh, and he's making a late decision and coming into the pits. And Iceman is making his debut tonight as well, as is his teammate Jake Wilson, who is just starting his lap now. Then, so come on, Wilson, let's see what you can do. And as you can tell, I'm quite pumped for tonight. I love seeing new drivers. It's really good, isn't it? And I like to see how they interact with other drivers, and also what their driving style is, and what their and how they tackle the track. Here comes LPE then going through the Scar chicane then. And once again, then I'm meant to be going through the drivers and the constructors, but I'm really not. Toro Rosso there is just going slow in the background. We got another racing point of double zero there, just coming up to the back as well. Then so here it comes into the parabolic car 66 LP then coming out of the parabolic as well. We've got racing points just started up. We've got Williams there who's also starting his lap as well. I think LP goes 9 fast. He's the slowest of the runners so far. Here comes Ghost who's on that. We've also got Wilson as well, and I think Hunter's out there as well. Hunter is out there, but he's starting his lap. So let's go and let's share this experience, shall we, with Wilson as he comes through our sky. Car 23. The only famous 23 I know is Jamie Carragher, and a lot of you are going to be booing me off there for realising I'm a Liverpool fan now, you know, which is probably the reason to blame for this coronavirus, isn't it? Oh, sorry, the virus is unfortunately, yeah, I think that's the reason. In the league, doesn't it? Of course, all joking aside, then I hope everyone is well in the as well in the world there, and of course then this is no time for joking really, is it? Hunter is unfortunately not joking anymore, is he? As he has had he's had all kinds of problems there, has he? As Nigel is desperate to find out what the qualifying rules are. As he likes a good old banter, doesn't he, with me? Nigel does. He always takes the mick every time because I go for the qualifying rules near enough all the time. As we're on board Goats, and I think I mentioned last week actually about that one Pablo Montoya looking helmet. I love it. I think it's a beautiful helmet, isn't it? Of course, I think it was more chrome last week. Of course, that me just imagining it. I think it's me just imagining it. Ghost coming through the final parabolica. Let's see what he can do then as he comes up to the line now. And what is his time? And it's a good time indeed. He's 8 fast alone. He's just got in front of Jake Wilson as well. Then we've also got Serious Motion there coming through the final turn as well. His teammate both Williamses, I got to say, have been absolutely fantastic, haven't they? The Serious Motion goes into 12 fast. He's on the hard tire, so keep an eye on for that. Here comes 00 then. He has changed his name. He hasn't changed his speed though. I think fantastic stuff. Hunter has just gone a bit wide there in the second sector. We've also got Glock, who has gone hard as well. I mean he's gone on the hard tires, excuse me. Here comes Hunter there. Oh, going very on the grass there at the first left, but then on board over the shoulder here with Hunter as well. You can see lovely helmet here from Hunter. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Yellow flag is fluttering in one then, just coming up to the Curva Grande then, as Hunter rises up and coming up to the Ascara chicane then. He's done a 53 in the second sector, the second intermediate, then car 98 then. Oh, he's not taking too much risks at this stage of qualifying, is he? Hunter would be well out wide there in the final part of qualifying in Q3, of course. There's 3 parts to qualifying this. It's a qualifying one. We're only aiming to lose 16th, 17th, and 18th. We'll go through it stage by stage tonight. So if I don't forget, which I probably will, second part of qualifying, we'll talk more about that when we get there. Hunter has gone second fast one there. He's a 10th for second in front of his teammate Vitod. Vitod is an absolutely fantastic qualifier. Can he get himself going in the races though? V Todd, though, Hunter, that he's in 14th position at the moment, but as I said, we'll go for the drivers and the constructors in just a few moments. I've been trying to get through them since since the beginning of the session. Here comes Glock coming to the line. Glock is gone at full fastest on the hard compound tires. My goodness me, he's only 7/10 of a second away, and that's Hunter there going off the just cruising at the moment. Then, so just taking a lovely Sunday cruise, or should I say Monday? I should say Monday, shouldn't I? Of course, possibly the worst day of the week. Well, actually, my worst day of the week is actually Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why, but there you go. Iceman is coming down the back straight as well before coming into the parabolica. Hunter is still cruising at the moment, isn't he? Here comes car 69, Iceman, and his Flea has joined. Unfortunately for Flea, he will be starting 19th on the grid. Here comes Iceman coming to the line as well. Oh my goodness me, getting very snaky. Iceman goes up into second. Fantastic time there from Iceman. He was purple in the final section. Good 17. Here, silent shifted there. Of course, this man has been in ALR now. I think has been ALR or Grace ALR for almost all 3 seasons, hasn't he? He has been floating in and out, silent shifting this, as we're now on board with him coming through the second chicane. And before it comes into the first Lesmo there, you can see then, as I'm not very popular at that corner at the moment, as I cause all kinds of crashes there, which also reminds me, tomorrow, I think, tomorrow, of course, for the first time ever, Bronze is going to be in action as well then. So, of course, that is going to be all streamed on the ALR channel, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. Of course, I don't think the drivers are going to be looking forward to it as much, apart from the fact, of course, they will be in ALR, but I don't think they're looking forward to the fact when they see my name appear on the grid. And I think Nosy is absolutely well concerned about that, and as well he should be, because I'm not only a danger to myself, I'm a danger to other people as well, especially when I've got 4 wheels around me and a steering wheel in my hand. So yep, things is going to get worse. Not for Silent, no. He is in 8th position at the moment, just in front of his teammate FIFA, and I've knocked the telemetry off. 00 has retired from the session then. Alhan is still chilling in the pits at the moment then. So we've got 17 cars that has actually done a time so far, and this is a good opportunity to carry on with the drivers and the constructors then, as I've been trying to do now for 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's the top 3 at the moment. Alhan in 4th position with YBR 5th, and Forza in 6th position. Forza is gone into bronze, I believe. And up 2 positions, Serious Merchant, good 17. 00 dropping down to 8th, and FIFA up to 9th position. Since coming back, has been fantastic. Kings Up also dropping down 2 positions as well. Ghost and Explains swapping positions then, and also Razor is up to 16th as well. In the constructor standings, then, it is all stalemate at the moment, isn't it? As Red Bull are 157 points in front of Haas, who is second. Then third position is the Toro Rosso team, 39 points adrift of Haas, and Racing Point is also 33 points behind Toro Rosso as well. But then it gets very nip and tuck. Then 3 points behind Racing Point is McLaren, 5 points behind McLaren is Mercedes, and then 17 points behind the Mercedes is the Renault team. Fantastic. Williams 26 points behind Renault, Alfa Romeo in 9th position, and Ferrari are in 10th position then. And I got to say then, I did that quite well actually. I'm really proud of myself there. We got an output up here for Serious Mushroom, and just B and Serious Mushroom are currently in the bottom 3. I can't even count anymore. Along with Alhan as well. Then of course Flea already out of qualified, unfortunately. He arrived slightly late, and that's a shame for Flea then. But of course this track is good for overtaking. Of course it really is. This track you get the lowest downforce setting you can, and then basically you don't really want a rear wing. Well, you kind of do, otherwise you'll just spin. But of course you need to have the lowest downforce setting you could possibly get away with, can't you? Serious Much now is coming to the parabolic at the moment. He is currently 17th, and Cordova doing a good job actually at 11th position. Let me quickly take a look at the comments, shall we? As we have got we've got Gaines the normal saying hello Gaines, hope you're doing well, and I hope you're getting some gains in as well. We've also got Silent saying hey everyone. We've also got I'm a pad racer nowadays, so not full pace as usual. We have got Nigel saying hello Sean, qualifying rules, we'll go through that in more detail in the second part of qualifying. I think that's the reason why Nigel tunes in, really, just to make sure he knows how to qualify still. Of course I'm just bantering. I'm driving the banter bus, so I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, Nigel of course definitely knows how to qualify, doesn't he? He's been on pole position a couple of times in the gold season, hasn't he? And of course he is the champion, the first ever champion in ALR, when he beat the man who's third at the moment on the grid, Hunter, didn't he? In a very tense showdown in Abu Dhabi. Of course, round 17, that was out of 18 in season 1. It was a brilliant way to end the season. It was fantastic, it really was. We have also got Granty. Hello Shawnee, good luck Silver and the Williams team. And talking of Williams, are on board Serious Mercury. He's had a 23 in the first sector in the first run, but I'm sure he was on the hard compound tires, if my eyes didn't deceive me. Glock is gone on the hard tires straight away, hasn't he? He's in 7th position now. He always sing the praises of Glock, doesn't he? I sound very biased towards Glock, don't I? Because I'm always like, I'm always like praising the man, because he is incredible, isn't he? Really is. All these drivers are incredible, though. You don't get me wrong, they're absolutely fantastic, aren't they? Cirrus Mushroom is a second up, but I think he's still 3 tenths of a second off Just B, and he is actually 5 tenths of a second away from Wilson, who is currently in 15th position at the moment. And it's great to see so many new drivers on the grid. Actually, I'm loving this. So good stuff indeed. There, Alhan is finally made an appearance, and he is in the first. Let's now car 15. Alhan is he's 4th position in the championship. Oh, remember, Alhan just turned up, didn't he? I think he was at the Monaco Grand Prix, and he was fantastic, wasn't he? From the start of that race, he was brilliant, wasn't he? From the start of qualifying, when he emerged out into the sunshine, yellow flags is fluttering, and Alhan's been impressive, hasn't he? We're on board there with Alhan. I say that no disrespect to Alhan, his qualifying hasn't been exactly hasn't been setting the world on fire, but his racecraft is absolutely incredible. It really is. On board with Alhan, he's coming down the back straight. Is he going to pick up a toe there from the car in the foreground? It is a Williams. It's the Rocket Williams, but Alhan is not going to be too interested as we're watching the Rich Energy Haas. Oh goodness me! I needed a profanity browser last night, didn't I? I might need it again tonight. You're saying Rich Energy, of course. Rich Energy, not the most, not the most. Yeah, yeah. Let's just leave it there, shall we? 800 of a second down at the moment. Cirrus Mushrooms. Both Williamses are in the drop zone, and this is not good at all. Then Grantee still up to 15. Yes, they are indeed. I think he was talking about the. Oh, it's a good Cirrus Mushrooms. And having to slow the car down. Here comes Just B, and Just B at the moment then is currently. Oh, I love the helmet there. A bit of a out of the world kind of feel there, isn't it? A bit of a galaxy kind of helmet there. Talking of Galaxy, I had a lovely Galaxy bar earlier on. Fantastic. Is Ghost Recon going through the first lesson then, and just on board Glock 10 might not go out again then, as Glock is feeling happy with his 27. I would love to have a 27. I would love to have a 27 if I had the hyper softs on and everyone else had the softs on. So yep, so that bodes well for me tomorrow, doesn't it, guys? 10 for a second up there in the second sector. Ghost is at the moment, and oh goodness me, I thought he was drifting wide there, Ghostus, but he's kept it on it. And I was actually going to say, because where he's on board, Ghost, I was mentioning about the one Pablo Montoya-esque helmet there. Of course, Montoya won his first race, didn't he, here in Monza? Of course, unfortunately, that was also shrouded in a really dark day for the world, wasn't it? Of course, that was a couple of days after the awful events of September 11th, wasn't it? It was a shocking turn of events there, really. And Ghost Recon, though, but that is not shocking at all. That is fantastic from Ghost. He is up 3 tenths of a second, and he moves himself into 9th position there. He's 2 tenths of a second behind Glock at the moment, and Razor coming through. He's almost a 10th of a second up as he goes almost over the curve, the parabolic there, and Razor stays in 11th position. And of course, the other Ferrari. Oh, who's on a solid shifted? Who is well, he's pointing the wrong way, coming out of the Ascara chicane, I think it is, isn't it? And he's really struggling to get that car pointing in the right direction. He's only got a minute to go. Silent shifting might just be able to get away with this, and the track is clear. There's a racing point coming, but yeah, it's all silent shifting. Oh dear, silent shifting. We'll leave him to it for now. Colin Oliver is we're on board for him. So Colin Oliver is the closest to home man. He's also lost the 2 end plates as well. Colin Oliver setting his own trend there, isn't he? In the racing point as well. Andre's in a lot of trouble here, isn't he? Here comes Just B. Oh, cracking driving there from Just B. Just under a minute to go in his first qualifying session. Andre, Just B, and Cirrus Mushroom are all facing extinction in this first qualifying session. Car 32, Just B is that he comes out of the parabolica. Let's see what he can do. There's a lot of room there on the exit for Just B. He just wants to make sure he gets this a clean up running. He is 600 a second down then. I think he lost that. I think he done the power. Colin Oliver's dead. And oh goodness me, that could be a shock there for Colin Oliver. He might go out. Hunter is also. Oh goodness me! Then look at this. That is Hunter just trying to get out of the way. There. Cirrus Mushroom is having a good old bow here with the Ferrari of Razor. Razor, I think, is it's King's Mushroom also returns. Oh, King's Mushroom? Kingdom's also. I keep renaming these guys, don't I? Cirrus Mushroom's now starting his lap, man. Andre is just coming out. He's got 14 seconds. He's done then. Just beat then. He is still trying to attack there, isn't he? He's 17th position at the moment. The Mercedes driver is then. We're on board with him as he comes through the first lap. So then look at the trees, look at the shadow. Kingdom's left the session. He needs to get back in then. Hopefully he needs to get back in as soon as he can then. I'm hoping it's not because of my appalling commentary there. As a race, it's just messed me as well. The weather forecast for the race, if you're on comms, then let's have a look then. It's oh gosh, I think it is yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to send me a picture there, Razor. So yeah, I'll be happy if you send me a picture, Razor, of the weather. I think we've already been enlightened though by by Glock, of course, where he says it's going to be an absolutely, it's going to be a wet race there, isn't it? From it's going to be a wet race then here in Italy. And of course, we had a complete wet race yesterday, didn't we? No, we had an potential. We had a first-time pole sitter yesterday. We're going to have another first-time pole sitter today. Then, well, at the moment, then Glock has been on pole position 11 times in a 13 qualifying session so far. Then we've got 00 who's on pole position at last time out in Canada, and Hunter was on pole position back in Australia. 3 times a second up, Serious Mushroom is then Andre is so Just B is off the it's out qualifying, and Serious Mushroom then is Kingdom's back in the session. Serious Mushroom it's still 18th, and what about Andre? He is really no, he's still in. He is up in the second position. I say Con Oliver is out of qualifying, so it's Just B, and so is Serious Mushroom. Con Oliver could have potentially got through there, couldn't he, if he didn't damage the end plates there on that razor point. So Con Oliver, Just B, and Serious Mushroom are all out of qualifying, and what a shame then for those guys, and they will now be spectators just like me, but it ain't too bad, as you can enjoy the sights and sound of Monte, of course, this historic track, which has been on the F1 calendar, or well, it's been on the Italian Grand Prix has been on the Formula 1 calendar since 1950. I think the only time they haven't raced here is 51, wasn't it, or something like that? I don't know. Perhaps I might have made that up, but that's just a stat somewhere in the back of my mind. Taking a look then, Serious Mushroom then out of qualifying, Just Be out of qualifying, Cole Oliver out of qualifying as well. Potentially Cole Oliver could have made it through then. Silent Shift and then very close to not making it through then, but he is through on his return to ALR. But this is debut here in Silver as King Thomas left the session once again. Hopefully he can get back in for qualifying 2, which is coming up in just a few seconds. In qualifying 2 then it's just low now then, as I was taking a breath actually, yeah, and that's not good, is it? It's I've only done 18 minutes of commentary and I'm already struggling to breathe there. Goodness me. Don't worry though, that's just because of my poor health really, and you see I probably should go to the gym, but actually no, I shouldn't go to the gym then, of course, as that's probably where that's probably not the best place to go at the moment, is it, is the gym, which of course it's all been closed down, hasn't it? Grad is saying Glock going through on hard tyres, Glock also saying running a wet setup. Then Andre, Glock is not human. I don't think he is he? I think we need some tests, don't we, just to confirm if he is human or not. And we've also got Joe Brilliant saying people have been kicked from the session. Oh goodness gracious me! I hope that's not the case. I've only seen Kingzone get knocked out so far. He is back in the session, but I can't see his car on the left-hand side tire. I'm hoping that's not the case then, as we've got a lot of cars there who's trying to make it out. We got a Renault, I think, who's up first, isn't it? It is Wilson who is coming out on track now then, and here comes then car 23. As Grant saying, can't wait for him to be in gold then. As of course Grant, he does love a good competition, doesn't he? Loves a bit of stiff competition as well, which he has been given by Emerson, hasn't he, this season and last season. Them two are becoming proper rivals. It's like, man, it's like Senna and Prost, isn't it? It's like Schumacher and Hill. I will let you be the judge of who's who, in terms of who do you think's going to be the villain of the piece and who is the hero of the piece. I'll leave that down to you. Piece, I said there, by the way. Coming into the first Lesmo then, as it is Wilson then who is leading this train now. I'm not sure. I don't think that is such a shame. If Kingzone is not in his, I don't think Kingzone's on the left-hand side tower, which means he'll be 15. What a shame for Kingzone. He's having a very unlucky time, man. Hats off to Kingzone though, actually, because I think he's been in every single silver race, if I'm not very much mistaken. I am not. Kingzone's been in 13 races so far, but so is Serious Mushroom. So hats off to both those drivers there who have made the most appearances so far and has been ever present in every single silver race. So fantastic stuff, Ben. Really good stuff indeed, then. Oh, we've got a bit of bromance there between Glock and Granty there, don't we? Because I'm getting a bit jealous. So yeah, Kingdom. I think I've just seen Kingdom's speaker at the top right hand side. Then my heart goes out to Kingdom. What a shame now for Kingdom. As that is an absolutely disappointing way to end qualifying. Remember, Jonathan, for some reason, started from the back of the grid yesterday, didn't he? King's Codemasters doing their utmost best, didn't they, this weekend to really have a bit of banter on this, haven't they? They really have. So unfortunate for Jonathan there. Of course, Jonathan qualified, I think, third and had a 5-place grid penalty. Dropped down to 18th, and then dropped down to 8th, and then all of a sudden he was down to 18th first. So I have no idea how they worked that out. But there you go. Then maybe he had a grid penalty for changing engines. I don't know. Coming through the first Lesmo now is Wilson, and here's the second Lesmo now. Wilson making his debut tonight. Great to see him. Look at those brake discs glowing there on that Renault. Fantastic stuff. And DRS is wide open. I didn't even mention that DRS yet, goodness me. As of course there are 2 DRS zones around here. There is one on the start-finish straight. There's also one in between the second Lesbo and coming up to this incredible chicane, the Ascari chicane now. Of course, oh no! He's in the wall! He has smashed it! Wilson is done! And that's a big smash. He's ripped off the front left part of the car. And that is a big old shame there for Wilson. And I quite appreciate the helmet, by the way. That's a fantastic helmet. I love it a bit of the purple there, but that's Wilson's not even going to be remotely interested about his helmet now. He is going to be more concerned about unfortunately not having a time there. Droffer's gone fast on the 21.422 so far, good stuff. But Razor is eclipsed out there. He's almost on 10 seconds in front. He's on the soft tyre, Razor. We've also got a double there who is in no mood for shenanigans tonight. He's on the soft tyre straight away, and he is thrown himself right into first position so far. We also had a Red Bull, I think, in the background there of Andre just starting the lap as well. We've got McLaren coming up to the line. That's right, that was V Todd then. And Kingdom has left the session there. I'm absolutely disgruntled. I have, I believe, what a shame indeed then for, what a shame there for Kingdom indeed then. LP is also on track as well, but he's invalidated his time LP, so he's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. What about Ghost? Ghost is starting his lap as well, as Iceman is also starting his lap. We've got Alfa Romeo in the background there, and that is FIFA Beefy. FIFA, of course, said, I think it's been fantastic since come back in, hasn't he? Got a podium, didn't he, in Brazil? I'd say there's 2 moments that sticks out for me for FIFA this season. One of them is that very slippery car coming up out of Radio, and that was a fantastic time. I couldn't believe how quick that Ferrari was that day. And then of course said in the since coming back in Brazil, I think it was, wasn't it? An absolutely fantastic podium there from FIFA. Really did impress me. Really impressed me as well, which he probably doesn't care that he impressed me, but I was absolutely amazed by it. It was a brilliant race. Hunter then is going under the bridge there before coming to Ascari again then, and now he flicks into Ascari. This chicane, I was just about to say when I was on board with Jake, who is unfortunately the first victim of Ascari tonight. It has claimed so many victims. Also real drivers as well. David Coulthard had an issue on his formation lap, didn't he? And was it Beaches Williams there? Luckily there were spare cars back then, and luckily there was also a huge smash there in 95. There was also a huge smash on the first lap, which I'm sure it involved Max Papis and Andrea Montemimi. I think that's how you say it, but Andrea Montemini, is it? I think it's Montemini. That started the race and Coulthard is back on pole position, but unfortunately had a wheel bearing failure in the second. Oh goodness me! In the second chicane there, so Ghost Recon is coming to the line, and Ghost is in 5th position. Well, that's a much better time there for Ghost there. I thought he was struggling in the first qualifying session, but oh, look at that, that's a great camera angle. LP coming up to the line, and he goes into 5th. Fast LP, good stuff indeed there. He's on a roll at the moment. That's in the last 2 races he has scored points, I believe. Doing a fantastic job, LP. No, I tell a lie, sorry, I tell a lie. He had points in Brazil and he DNF'd in Canada. My apologies. I think it was Flea actually that scored points. I think I'm making up actually. I'm just having a look at me table stats now. Yep, don't listen to me, that's completely appalling. I apologise. I don't know, I've been off my game lately. I think it's all this monster, isn't it? Do not drink energy drinks. Well, no, wait, actually, if it's Red Bull, yes, you can drink energy drinks, of course, so we need to promote the Red Bull brand. Rich Audi, nope, don't drink that stuff at all. Alhan there is coming through the going through Carba Grande then, and he is car 15. Let's see what he's going to do then as he's coming into the second chicane then. Of course, this second chicane is quite famous as well. As Hill and Schumacher hit each other. Actually, more accurate is Hill hit Schumacher, didn't they? Just trying to come up to lap the legendary Taki Inoue. Fantastic driver. Probably dubbed one of the worst drivers in history. I'm not sure if that's fair or not, because I thought Yuji Ide was not pretty good either, of course, his fellow countryman. But that's for another story for a different day then. But yeah, of course, I was lapping Taki Inoue, and Hill just misjudged his braking point and took Schumacher off, and I think that was the second time they came to blows that season, didn't they? I look back at 95 quite fondly, actually. I don't know why. I think it's the first F1 game I ever bought. That's probably why I look back at it fondly. Glock's had a problem! Glock has had a problem with 7 minutes to go then. Oh goodness me, we're on board there with the championship leader. Has he damaged the car? He has not damaged the car then, but he's weaving left and right in. I wonder if he's just trying to keep those tyres out under wraps, and Alhan is 8 fast at the moment then. Oh goodness me, then Glock is I'm not sure if actually I might be making up then. He might have just invalidated his time and just going to ease off the front and go again. Let's go on board with our championship leader. He's been on pole position 11 times. He is, of course, Jonathan has got the most pole position in gold there. He's only been on pole position 9 times. I say only, that's incredible, isn't it? But Glock has just turned up in silver, and he's rewriting the history books. So it's going to be a long time before anyone Matt Stern surpasses that. That's incredible in a single season. Absolutely brilliant. 17. Glock at the moment is 14th fastest. That is, my phone's gone off. That's not good at all. It's, nope, there we go. We're back on it now. Absolutely good stuff indeed. Then, yeah, this technology stuff and all that is just really, it's really above my head, isn't it? You know, considering the fact I do work in information technology. Glock then coming into the second chicane there. I think he had a lot more time in the bag there, didn't he? Of course, Nigel asked for the qualifying rules. Let's give them to you, shall we? This is the second part of qualifying there. 15 minutes in the second part of qualifying. We have got just under 7 minutes to go. Double zeros retired from the session. We are now aiming to lose 11th to 15th. Unfortunately, we've already lost 15th, and that is Kingzone, who is out of the race, out of qualifying, I should say. We've also lost Jake as well. And of course, anyone who's in the top 10 must start on the tires to set that fast time. And that's why we see Ghost Recon and Al Hannes Gullock there. It's invited this time again. Oh goodness me! Then he is becoming on the back foot. The championship leader is at the moment. Goodness gracious me! And why is that then? Well, that's because of course that he's now done an extra lap on these medium compound tires. Is he going to have to do another lap on these tires? I would say it's not probably very it's not probably too bad on the tire wear, is it really? But as he has to slow down to 80 kilometers an hour. One of the best podiums, I would say, on the calendar. There you can see, look above us now. Absolutely a beautiful podium. It really is. I think it's only matched actually by the it's only matched by the incredible podium in Mexico. It's very difficult, isn't it? Because Mexico does feel like an incredible party atmosphere, doesn't it? But which podium would you rather be in? In the Mexican one or the Monza one? It's a very difficult one to choose, isn't it? VTOL there on medium tires. There is Golden 7 fast moment. He will start on the medium tires if he stays there. We've also got Droffer, who is second in the championship at the moment. He is down in the position, Droffer is, but as I said, very similar to VTOL. I feel that Droffer is definitely more of a racer. Same with Valhan as well. It's really good, isn't it? We've got very good qualifiers and races in this league, and I think that's what makes the midfield so incredible. It's the most competitive midfield you'll ever see in any kind of form of motorsport, whether that is Formula 1, Formula 2, whether that is Formula 3 and you know, and all that kind of jazz. I have to say, I used to like the DTM actually in MotoGP, but unfortunately since it's gone to BT Sport, well, I think MotoGP's on BT Sport now. I don't know where DTM's gone. It used to be on Motors TV, didn't it? Way back when I was a young nipper. Droffer's violated this time as well. Of course, the track limits around here. I didn't even spoke about the track limits yet, but my goodness me, they really catch up the unwary tonight, didn't they? Droffer and Glock there first and second in the championship, and Hunter's in third as well. And my goodness me, they're all in the drop zone at the moment, and they're very much on the back foot, aren't they? Hunter there's just descending before ascending into the Ascari chicane, and he is 9/10 a second up. Hunter as he is thrown on a set of soft compound tires then, and he comes through Ascari as well. He can't go too wide. That is a beautiful, splendid then. You could say that's Magnifico, can you? Absolutely fantastic stuff from Hunter. He's got one more corner to go, and there's the parabolic, and then he throws it in there. It's all or nothing, isn't it, for Hunter? He throws it in, then he comes out as well. He's currently in the drop zone now with just 4 minutes to go in the session. Fantastic. I love that shot. It's brilliant. And he goes up to the line, and Hunter goes second fastest at the moment there, as Droffer is now back out there again. Glock is on an outlap at the moment. There he is in the background. As I think I've missed a couple of comments here, so gang, bear with me 1 second there, as you can see that as Grant just said, I'm always his babe. Oh, beautiful. I hope he doesn't mean the pig. We've also got Andre saying Glock rain setup. Darren is saying he's playing with us there. As we've also got Grant T saying that's not good there for Glock there as well. Droffer is on the lap as well. He's also on the back foot, isn't he? As we have just taken a lovely bit of banter, isn't it? I think we are comparing whether Glock's an alien or not, isn't he? But he's superhuman, isn't he, in an F1 car? Fantastic, really is. Now Droffer coming through the final turn, then he is on the soft tires. I know, Charles, I'm gonna be honest. I think I might have missed a thing or two. I'm not with this qualifying session. Of course, if you are in the if it's raining tomorrow, or shall I say later on, then you don't have to start on the Charles. Silence is in the wall. He has smashed it. He is out. He is out of the qualifying session. And like Wilson, he has ripped off the front left part of the car. And wow, and that's a big old smash. That's the second victim of Ascari. Oh, and of course he had problems in the first qualifying. He'll be 12th at the maximum, and he might even be slower because I think it might be 13th when Glock has finished. Yellow flag said, is that going to impede anyone's up there? Luckily, there's no one around, so, oh my goodness gracious me, then that's not good at all. Glock has gone fast in the first sector. He's on the soft tires. Glock has said, there's no more room for errors now. It's Razor's retired from the session as well, as Razor's in 6th position. Is he going to be able to get through? He should be able to get through. I think that my masters are pulling them, but I think that if you think about it, he should get through, I think. Anyway, yeah, but unfortunately, Sergeant Shifton's out, Wilson's out as well, then, so that's 12th and 13th, then. They're going to be the highest so far, but is Glock going to add more misery to their qualifying session? We'll find out then. Here comes Glock in, 11-time pole sitter. He's only ever been beaten once in qualifying in ALR Silver, and that was, of course, at the last race in Canada. Has a bit of chink been exposed in the armour of the championship leader, the man who is superhuman, isn't he? Oh, goodness me, then. He's like Superman in that red boy, really is, isn't he? Is he... He's on tours. I thought he was coming in the pits for some reason. That's why I lost myself. And he is he's second fastest about now. I think he was. I wonder if there's a lot more. There probably is a lot more in the bag there for Glock there, maybe, or maybe that was at the limit. I felt like he was just sandbagging there slightly, but still, nonetheless, then Ghost goes third fastest then as well. That should see him safe through. Alhan is currently in the drop zone, so is Viton as well. Then this is going to get very intense. And as we come into the final stage of this Q2 session, then. As Hunter's retired from the session, and Hunter, where is Hunter? Hunter is at full fastest moment now. So I was looking at V-Todd and I was getting a bit confused. V-Todd is also in the drop zone as well. Iceman's back out on track then. Alpe is in the pits at the moment. Alpe has only got a minute then to get out of the pits then, unless he finds a shortcut, which there are a couple of shortcuts around here actually. I should know, I'm pretty good at finding shortcuts on the F1 track, because that's usually my racing line. Glock there just coming out of the second chicane now, as he was just trying to get out of Alhan's way now. Alhan is coming through the first Lesmo as well, and keeping it well in track limits. Alhan in the first Lesmo. What about the second Lesmo? Slightly tighter, slightly slower. Beautiful stuff indeed. Then DRS enabled right now. He has got DRS right on the money as he goes under the old track before he rises back up, back into Skarsgård. The marshals are looking very intense, just like me, just like the rest of the world, just like LPE and Iceman. And Droffer's retired from the session. Droffer is currently 6th fast at the moment, and that should see him safely through. Alhan is coming on the back straight, coming out to the Parabolica for the final time in this qualifying session on a hot lap. Anyway, car 15, what's he going to do? At this moment in time, this is enough to get him through then. He just needs to make sure he doesn't drift wide or anything like that. He's coming out to the line, and what's he going to do? He is through and in 5th position. That should see him safe through. Iceman is on the back straight. Here comes Viton. He's coming out to the line. He's run out the prime. Is that going to cost him? No, it doesn't. He's in 4th position. Good 17. LP is out qualifying between Razor and Iceman now. Oh, this is going to get some very tense detail. Can Iceman on his debut? He's run wide, but he's okay. He's run wide, but he's okay. He is aiming for 20.5. It's enough! It's enough! He's in 7th position. Fantastic lap there from Iceman. And he is through in the qualifying free on his debut. Hats off to Iceman. A fantastic performance tonight. Absolutely stellar stuff indeed there from Iceman. Brilliant stuff. And it's Andre is now 10th for a second as well. So we have lost Razor, who's out of the race. LP didn't come out for a final time now. Maybe he's happy in 12th position there. Silent Shifton and Wilson both in the barriers and at the Scar chicane, unfortunately. As which is a shame that really Scar chicane is such a difficult corner, and I would say that is where I'm going to be ended up tomorrow. So yeah, so there's no shame there at all. Andre coming down the back straight. And of course, so he's through already. So I'm wondering if he might abandon his lap here, because we've also got yeah, I think he might abandon his lap, really, won't he? Of course, if it is a dry enough race to start on the dry tyres, then of course you have to start on these tyres, don't you? And as V told there, just get out of the way as well. So Alhan also coming in the pit as well. So the guys, so the top 10 then will be starting like this. Well, they won't be starting like this. They'll be going into Q3 to have a chance for pole position then, and that is FIFA, Droffer, Iceman, Alhan, Hunter, Andre, V-Todd, Ghost, Glock and Double. Fantastic stuff indeed then. As I gotta say, that's gonna be great, isn't it? Of course, Double Zero got pole position last time out in Canada. Is he gonna be able to do the same again? Remember, we had the first lap incidents, didn't we, in Canada? And if there's rain on the horizon in the race, then oh goodness me, that's just gonna up the ante. As V-Todd is coming into the pits, and he's currently is 4th in that qualifying session, but that doesn't count for nothing. Then it's in qualifying 3. It's all or nothing. You go for broke. It's all about pole position then for the Italian Grand Prix. And I can guarantee one thing is not going to be like the actual qualifying session in the actual world of Formula 1, as it was a bit of a fast thing. I think Carlos Sainz was the one that actually got a lap in the end, didn't he? As just taking a look then, as a Glock saying just a bit of practice and maybe turn off an assist or two. I think he was just I think he was just responding to Andre there. As he was also I'm loving this actually, as Andre and Glock are having a bit of a discussion about doubles setup there in the comment section now. So it's they're just debating whether double is on the dry setup or a wet setup. Wow, look at that, 8 thousandths of a second and separates Glock and 00. My goodness me, I think of a naked eye, you wouldn't be able to see that. That's incredible. Look at that, the top 10 less than a tenth of a second, the top 11 less than a second. Then brilliant stuff indeed there, absolutely fantastic. It's nip and tuck, isn't it? So we wave goodbye in qualifying, and of course qualifying is a knockout format, isn't it? We wave goodbye to another 5 drivers. Kingzone, we unfairly didn't get a chance there. Wilson out as well, and so is Silent Shifting, both going into the going into the barrier quite hard and lifting off the ripping off the left part of the car. LP in 12th position and 11th position. Rays are very close to making it through, only 200 of a second away from getting into qualifying free for Ferrari. Unfortunately, he will start 11th. Well, fortunately, he will start 11th because he would be able to choose the tyres which he would set his which you'd be able to start on in the race end. So yeah, that's the little advantage you can have there. And maybe he would rather 9th or 8th then. Who knows? Right, so we're about 10 seconds into this final part of qualifying, as Darren there is as loving Ghost is in there because Ghost doing a fantastic job. I remember in Q1 there, I thought Ghost was on the back foot. My goodness me, how wrong was I? As you can see, it's not like I've been doing this for over a year or not, doesn't it? So it just shows that I'm a very slow learner. Anyway, we're just this final part of qualifying, I wonder if anyone's going to go for 3 runs there. It's quite a shortish circuit, isn't it? Well, then too short. It's just so quick around here, isn't it? V Todd is coming out there almost straight away. Then is anyone else going to follow him out of the pits then? And I think we got a cluster of cars, and haven't we coming out? We've got, I think it's that racing point. There's a racing point indeed. That it's not a cluster of cars, it's just a double of cars. And here is 00, who is leading him out there. Car 19, a man who got pole position last time out. Can he get another pole position here then? Is it gonna knock Glock off for his purse for the second race in a row then? Glock has got 11 pole positions to his name then. 00's got 1 pole position to his name then. Can 00 there make it 2 for 2 here tonight then? Is Glock gonna be phased? That is the question. It's it does feel like the Glock show, doesn't it? But my goodness me, it's very much Schumacher-esque, isn't he? From Schumacher when he was in his prime back in 2002 and 4. He was absolutely brilliant in those years, and Glock is really showing some incredible speed, isn't he? Really good stuff indeed. And Vital, as I mentioned in the season review, which came out last Monday, I think it was actually. Hats off to Nosy for piecing that beautiful work of art together. Absolutely fantastic, it really was. It was a work of art until unfortunately I started speaking. So yeah. Anyway, we're on board with Tottenham. But as I was mentioning in the half-term report kind of thing, I think V Tottenham from Monaco onwards was brilliant, wasn't he? I feel he has been very unlucky, hasn't he? Because races he's been unlucky, and he just hasn't scored the points, has he? Same with 00 actually. 00 is possibly should have got a lot more points than what he's accumulated so far. 00, remember, he has come in quite late. 00 is only going to be his 8th start of a silver, but nonetheless, I think he would, if he finished more races, he would be propping up the table. Sorry, would be more up the table than what he is at the moment then. And yeah, obviously it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very difficult to keep your head in the game, isn't it? Where it's something when something's gone completely awry there. I should know, as I am, of course, Ginger Rage for one reason or another. A lot of that is because I rage a bit, and the other half is because I'm Ginger. Here comes Todd coming through Curva Grande as well, and look at the traffic in front then. This might hurt Todd then, and it's FIFA just going off there, but what if that might have distracted V Todd then, as that was very close, wasn't it? And look there, V Todd is really getting hurt at the moment, isn't it, by the amount of traffic on this lap then? Is this going to cost him in front of him, his teammate? I wonder if he might actually be able to pinch this cheeky bit of slipstream there for Hunter DRS in the coming down the short straight into the Ascari chicane. And also, thank you all for joining us tonight. We've got 17 viewers at the moment. My goodness me, absolutely brilliant stuff, and I'm glad you're all joining us for what has been a fantastic race. I feel that you're all coming in, getting ready for the race, and so am I, and so am I as well. I'm getting really pumped up for the race. V Todd then is on the back straight at the moment, and he's coming the first man set of time in the background. I think is Iceman. I was also looking for the racing point of 00, which is also there or thereabouts. V Todd coming into the final turn into the parabolic yellow flag, and it's not. It's King's comes back in the session. VTOL goes fast. It's good. So they double zero. They come for the Parabolica as well. I think Kings will be starting 15th. Unfortunately, no 4 of his own. Then unfortunately, it's the fault of Codemasters. Double zero has gone faster on 19.957 there from the racing point. Good stuff indeed. Then Glock is on an outlap at the moment. Then, but who is behind him? Then I think it's his teammate behind him. Actually, if Andre, it is Andre who's behind as well. Got yellow flags in the first turn, and I think that's just for double getting out of the way. So don't worry about that. Lovely over the shoulder shot here with Andre. Oh my goodness me, he was getting on the slippery part of that Ascar chicane, wasn't he? But my goodness me, he was as brave as a lion, wasn't he? He was keeping on that accelerator pedal, wasn't he? There was not even a hint of hesitation there from Andre. Look in the background. We have Alhan, sorry, behind him as well. I wonder if he's trying to pinch a slippery, cheeky little slipstream. Remember, 5 seconds is about the gap between the dirt area, and I wonder if he might have been too far back then. Andre goes for a faster run. Needs to slow, so the car's at a set of time. Remember, that is Alhan now in the 4th position as well. We got Williams coming through of I think it's Ghost. Is it Ghost is just starting us up now? We'll leave Ghost to it for the minute. It's a Droffer. He's a validated time Droffer, so we leave Droffer through it as well. Hunter hasn't, but he's as light as a feather, isn't he? He comes through the final turn and accelerated away. Look at that. He's just keeping his outside wheels on the white line. Pristine, accurate, precision. He is a full fast mode. Good stuff indeed. Then what about his teammate who's coming in the pits, I should say? FIFA Beefy also coming in the pits as well. What about Iceman? Iceman's done a fantastic job up to now. Just to get into Q3 on his debut, brilliant stuff. I think it's 6 fast one, 2 seconds away from Iceman as well. Ghost is on a lap and on FIFA if also coming in the pits, and here comes Glock then. Oh, Glock getting very close then to the track limits there, but he is doing a very good job. I love this over the shoulder shot from the Red Bull driver at the moment, and he's going for his 12th pole position then in silver. He's coming to the Parabolica now with 6 minutes to go. Here he comes then, car 95. This is the last corner. He is on it. He's on the gas and let's see what he can do. Here he comes up to the line. Ghost comes to time for the session. Glock's on pole position, but only by 2/10 of a second. I think the double zero hasn't got more in his locker. This is a fantastic qualifying session, isn't it? Here comes Droffer in the second. Oh goodness me, Ghost is actually gone off on the outside of the sky. That's a huge problem there for the Williams driver. Ghost is going to be 9th for the max one there. What a shame for Ghost. And the Droffer is on an in-lap as well. What a shame there from the Williams driver. Oh goodness me. So Ghost will be 9th for he's done a very good job there to get into qualifying 3, and I think that's it. I think he's done what everyone should do, really, and just throw it all on the line. Well, probably not throw it into the wall many times, but still, throw it all on the line there. It's all or nothing, isn't it? And that's what you want, isn't it? Of course, now you feel that you've got the best out of the car, albeit you're in the wall there, but you know you give it your all in qualifying ends. We're just on board with... We're on board then with Hunter at the moment, and as he is coming into the pits, and the McLaren mechanics there with their white team uniform there. I reckon they should just go orange, really, shouldn't they? They might look like Team Netherlands from A1 way back when. I don't mean the old boy band group. I mean the actual old. The old series had the World Cup of Motor Racing, which I thought was an absolutely fantastic idea. Originally, it was a really good idea. Shame it didn't turn out to be. Shame it didn't really turn out to be anything long term, though, did it? Formula E has done a very good job, haven't they? I think really good stuff indeed there. They've really shook it up a bit as well, and I quite enjoy Formula E as much as I might get booed there because of course of course we are traditional motorsports fans, and we do like a good old engine, don't we? And the engine, albeit it's only V6 nows rather than the V8s and the screaming V10s and 12s there around here with the V12s. So I think the last time we had a V12 around here was in a race day was actually the 95 race, wasn't it? Where both Ferraris doing fantastically well until some really unfortunate luck there. I think John Lacey's on-board camera fell off and actually destroyed Gerhard Berger's suspension, didn't it? And then I think Lacey had a very similar problem to Kuhfahrer. Wasn't there wheel bearing failure or something like that? It was really unfortunate. And Johnny Herbert come through to win his second race there, and once again it was exactly the same with Silverstone, really. What's that? Hill later, Schumacher crashed and Herbert took the spoils there. I think on that day though, I think it would have been nice to see a Ferrari win there. Of course, that was the last time we had a Ferrari V12 pounding around in Formula 1 in a Italian Grand Prix. It was absolutely beautiful. It really was then, wasn't it? 95 Italian Grand Prix, it always sits up there to be one of the classics, doesn't it? It's a fantastic race to watch. I would suggest you go back and watch it. There's a lot of classic races on YouTube at the moment there, but of course, if you want to watch a classic old race, then I suggest you come to the ALR channel as a quick plug as well. And also give a thumbs up for the week then. Vitol is now coming onto the Italian bank, and now before rides back up to the Ascara chicane. 10th for a second up, then he's nudging a 10th and a half there, just under a 10th and a half, I should say, coming through. Then he's gone purple in the second sector. I think that's his personal best rather than the overall best. I'm not really too sure sure what goes on with that track map, but I love it anyway. He's coming out to the final parabolic, and then he's reaching 208 miles an hour and touching 208 miles an hour for breaking down into the parabolic, and then before picking up the throttle again halfway through, accelerates away. Then here comes Vital. He's currently on first position to go break into 19s. He does indeed. Look at that. He's a whisker away from double. That's a fantastic time there. Brilliant 17. Here comes Double Zero. He's a 10th second up. That's in the ballpark of Glock. Is he going to have a good final sector? He is. He's on pole position by 3/10 of a second. Fantastic stuff there from Glock. Sorry, from Double. That means at the moment then he is he 2 for 2 for Double Zero now then? He is Glock on the ropes and he's in the pits at the moment there. He's going to have to figure out coming out now. Vito there's 5/10 seconds down. I'm wondering, he hasn't got enough fuel, I don't think, to get through again. And nor is Double Zero. But Double Zero is 4/10 of a second up. He's going for broke again. Double Zero is something to come through curb by Grande. And that's a Grande first sector. Oh, he's now a second down there. That's not Grande's sector at all. You got Iceman coming out cover Grande as well. We've also got Droffa who started his lap as well. We'll leave Droffa to it for the moment, of course. He's second in the championship at the moment, isn't he? Fantastic stuff there. Oh, goodness me. Look at those viewers up in the top right corner. Ooh, I'm starting to sweat. No, normally I always sweat anyway, so don't worry about that. It's just my unhealthy condition of loving food too much. Into the second lesson as well, and going on to the AstroTurf there, but that is all fine and dandy there for Iceman. He's now going under the old bank in there as well, before rising back up into the Scottish game. One of the most challenging piece of track in the world, isn't it? Especially on this game, it really is, isn't it? You've got to believe that the car's going to stick. Iceman, that's a fantastic bit of car control, isn't it? Less than 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Who's going to be on pole position? Double Zero is definitely as well. It's on pole position. Where is Glock going to emerge at the moment? Then Glock is still in the pits, but so is Vital as well. As whoa, look at Iceman. This is debut here in silver. He's had a fantastic event here, and he's in full position. A fantastic lap, half a second he found there. Wow. Hats off to Iceman. He is really ruffling some feathers, isn't he, here tonight in the Reddit? That's a brilliant time there from Iceman. Iceman, hats off. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then I also forgot to break as well. Here comes Droffa coming out to the line, and he goes fast. He's behind Iceman by 1/1000th of a second there. And just think about that, it was someone, FIFA Beefy just moved up 7th there as well, so Ghost is now down in 10th, unfortunately. But I think he's just, as Darren just said, Mark Williams has a Formula E motor, I think. I think indeed it does, actually, doesn't it? Of course, I think Formula E is linked quite closely, isn't it? Is it with the Venturi team or something? I'm not very good on the Formula E teams, I got to say. Because I'm more of a casual fan, really. Hunter there was getting more than a little casual there at Curva Grande. Goodness me, he's a 10th of a second up at the moment, and so that will put him in 7th position around the FIFA Beefy area. It's a bit of a scrappy first sector there from Hunter. Let's see if we can pick it up in the second and final sector as well through Lesman as well. Look at the shadows that these trees cause, isn't it? I bet it makes it very difficult to spot a breaking point, doesn't it? That's my excuse anyway. DRS then is Double Zero's retired from the session. He's currently on pole position about. He is the defending pole. Since Glock is out on track, we got Todd out for one more crack as well. Alhan is out there as well. This is what we want to see there. Oh, drivers are out there. Yellow flag and free because that's FIFA. I think FIFA's just getting on the way. I apologise. FIFA's just getting on the way then. I just looked to the side there and I voiced him go up and incredible stuff as well then. We got Mason Piper there saying go Iceman. Absolutely cracking stuff. He's had a fantastic start to his ALR career, hasn't he? And here comes Hunter. Hunter's full fast mode, and both for cars on the second row. Oh, Joffrey just get on the way there, and that's also hurt his last lap as well. I ain't gonna be good to Andre's now coming into the Scar chicane, and so is Alhan. Alhan 6/10 of a second up. That's a mighty good second sector for Alhan. He is going to be in the mix there. He's in the mix for the 19s, isn't he? He's going to slot between feet. Oh, Glock's gone. Glock is gone then, and that is it. So Double Zero is on pole position. Is anyone going to be able to stop him? Drop, I don't think will be. Can Alhan? Alhan coming out the final turn. No, is he going to do it? He is third fastest. A fantastic lap from Alhan. Brilliant stuff. Drop for 11 seconds down. Here comes Andre. He goes fifth fast in the end then. And on pole position for the second race in a row is Double Zero. Wow, what a lap there from 00. Glock there, I don't think I think had two less laps that he really wanted there, but nonetheless 00 pole position for the second time in his ALR silver career. Then that is fantastic stuff, Ben. Absolutely brilliant. What a qualifying. I love that. Absolutely did indeed, Dennis. I quickly wipe away the sweat from my brow as I've now got to get myself composed, ready for the race then. So there is your grid then, and I've got to say Canada was fantastic. One of the best races of the season. I really enjoyed Canada. It's of course I'm not a racer. I'm more of a I just love action and excitement. So so that's why I love Canada. Of course it was incident packed. It really was. But there was some very eye raising and eyebrow raising driving in Canada. But nonetheless, really enjoyed it as well. And I'm looking forward to this one as well. This is going to be fantastic. 00 2 for 2 now for 00. Fantastic qualifying time. 2 second in front of Glock, who is second. Alhan in third position. A fantastic qualifying from Alhan. He's really put me in my place, hasn't he? Fourth position is V Top then with Hunter in fifth. Sixth position is Andre. Iceman in his debut. Seventh. Brilliant stuff and cool as you like. Eighth position is Drop. FIFA Beefy in ninth position. Then Ghost Recon in 10th position. That's the top 10. That is looking a very juicy top 10 as well then. As we're now getting ready for the race as well. As Glock Zane touched the curve and invalidated, so yeah, unfortunately there. So Glock is also saying, thinking the double is on the dry setup, and also we got Andre also agreeing with him as well. Then there's the two teammates are just having a little natter in the old comment section as well. Then, blimey, I am absolutely Hunter is saying we've another person saying that we think we've glitched and drivers left there. I hope that isn't the case, then, as I'm just swiping away all my notifications. Oh, look at that then! So there is a sprinkling of rain then, as, oh goodness me, but I don't think that's enough for the intermediate tyres, so this is going to be very interesting, isn't it? But everyone who's on the soft tyres, then I think that it might be a quick option there to be on the soft tyres before it goes into the intermediate tyres. But the rain is starting to get heavier, isn't it? Of course, we had a complete washout yesterday. Well, it wasn't a washout as such, was it? But there was rain constantly all the way through the session, and we might get the same here tonight. Then look at that, then. My goodness me, then. I got to say, I'm getting excited. I haven't even seen the car. Now I've seen the car, and now I'm getting even more excited. Let's take a quick look at the detail. Oh, they're all on the dry tyres, and Alp is on the medium tyres. Interesting choice then. So let's go for the grid, shall we? From front to back, from first to 19th then. 27 laps around Monza, the Temple of Speed then. Where else would you want to be on a Monday night? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. I can't even remember anything that used to be good on a Monday night. Maybe EastEnders, or was that Tuesday? I don't know. Anyway, let's go for the grid from front to back. 00 2 times a pole sitter now, and 2 times he has knocked Glock off his perch. Glock is second then. Alhan is in third position. V Todd. Oh my goodness me! And no one really is interested in the Pirelli advertising there. Todd in fourth position and Hunter in fifth, but McLaren's have come to blow. That's not good at all. Remember, McLaren's came to blow in dodgy weather conditions in Canada. Andre in sixth position, Iceman seventh, Droffer is eighth, FIFA in ninth, Ghost is in 10th position. Razor is also not interested in the formation lappers, nor is LP. 11th and 12th, and LP is on the medium tyres. The only one on the medium tyres, and that is an interesting dynamic there as the rain is starting to get heavier, I think. Then 14th, Sign Shift. And then 13th, making his debut in silver, but of course he's been in ALR before. 40th position is Wilson there, and Iceman making their debuts, and what a difficult time to make their debuts when it's in this damn track with slick tyres, goodness me. Carl Oliver in 15th position there, Just B is in 16th, and 17th position is Serious Mushroom. Flea is in 18th position. And the Kingdom, oh, I'm loving that helmet there from Kingdom, fantastic, is in at 19th position then, 19 cars then, and I'm not sure why Kingdom, was it because he left the session, possibly. Look at that, it was a light drizzle, now it's becoming into now it's coming into light rain itself, and we haven't got any spray behind the cars just yet, is anyone, what I would like actually is, in the next team, perhaps you can have the option to go into the pits and change tyres to intermediate tyres if there's conditions like this. Remember Marcus Vinkerhock, of course the super sub there, back in Europe 2007, or was it the German Grand Prix? I think it was actually Europe, wasn't it? In the European Grand Prix, of course, led his winning race there for the Spiker, wasn't it? It's an absolutely fantastic time from Vighawk, wasn't it? He was actually leading by almost 30 seconds, wasn't it? When the safety car was deployed, brilliant stuff. It's a shame that no one can do that takes. I wonder if someone from the back of the grid, maybe Kings might have. Look at that! That's water coming off the tyres. Oh goodness me! Here we go, waiting for the lights. And it's it's going to be very damp, it's going to be very slippery. You're just waiting for the lights. There they are. 3, 4, 5. There's a pause. And it's a traditional ALR start, and as I took in a very deep breath then, and now we're waiting for them to go. We are going to be going. No! And it's a good start there for 00. Then Glock is alongside him. Hunter's already passed Vitor's out and Paul. It's a terrible start for the McLaren. Look at him, he's bumped out. Glock is launched off the line there. And remember, these two came to blow in the front. Oh, there's contact. Glock is gone straight into the side of 00. 00's had to take a base of action there. And look at this, there's all kinds of chaos behind. Oh, that's a Williams being forced off there. Oh, Ferrari's to take a picture. I think Todd is at the wall. Todd is out of the race there. And a war shame for Todd. That was a victim of circumstance of virtual safety car already. Razor just came back on the track there, didn't he? 00's got a 10-second penalty there. I think Glock overshot the first quarter perhaps when it was damp. And unfortunately, I think he just forced 00 wide then perhaps. Hunter's had 2 positions. Had a fantastic start. Hunter has brilliant stuff indeed then. Alhan in 4th position there. 5th position. Andre Droff for 6th. Iceman 7th. Beefy 8. Razor 9th position. 10th is LP then. Just beat the cracking job of V-Todd out of the race. What a shameful V-Todd there. As I said, one of the luckiest men on the grid, isn't he? As we're just waiting for the race to get back on. Of course, this is the virtual safety car. They have to maintain that out to Rebecca. We're racing again then. Hunter having a fantastic stuff at the 4th position there. Oh my goodness. As the Red Bull's gone wide. The Red Bull's gone wide. That's going to allow Drawford to come through. Go up in the 6th position. I should say, there's to come for a Sky for the first time. Yellow flag. Someone's got off. Let's take a look there. No, then I'm just seeing things. I think so. Oh goodness me! Look at them all! And Wilson's right in the mix there straight away. He's up to 11th position there. Wilson not sure on the first lap. Fantastic opening up there for Wilson. He's up 3 positions. Brilliant stuff. Just beat it up. An incredible 6 positions there. Oh, it's got more down. It's getting very shenanigans. And oh goodness me! And so look at this. As Flea has moved up into 12th position. He's had a fantastic start as well. Oh no! In a straight line then, silent and just Wilson there. Sorry, I was Hunter's got a 3-second penalty as well, and it comes down to just Kane. Flea's got off. We got a couple of cars off the track, and these are very difficult conditions. Kingdom coming out from the back of the field there. He's trying to go back on the track there. He's coming back on the track in front of the oh goodness me! And as Wilson there is really very. We've already lost the bollard. The bollard, sorry, there on turn 1. Oh wow, what an incredible start here! My goodness me, then it's all over the show. And that's a Toro Rosso coming off as well. Alhan's back up in the 1st position. He's past Hunter. Hunter has dropped down as Iceman is unfortunately damaged the car, hasn't he? So his debut there, his qualifying debut was fantastic. His race hasn't been so good. Then it's Alhan and Hunter side by side, and Hunter is back up in the 2nd position there, but he's becoming a cork in this bottle, isn't he? As of course, oh now Alhan is, look at him, Alhan is flying out there, but he is up the inside of Hunter. He passes Hunter, he moves up to the 2nd position. Look at this, side by side for Ascari, and wow, they're still side by side. Fantastic racing there. And I think Alhan's got this one, hasn't he? But oh, look at this, and that was a Red Bull getting very squirmy there in the background, and then they're coming down into the parabolic, and he's just in Glock. Oh, look at him, the Weaver in the background. Oh, very incredible, very intense indeed. That Glock is now starting to home in on a 00 as well, and as a 00 set the fast up the race. It is still raining out there, but it's not enough for the intermediate tires. Just run lap 3 DRS has been enabled there, and that is also a surefire thing of when there's not wet tires available just yet. Serious mushrooms now cut out to all over the back of Jake. Jake Wilson is there having issues there to come down to turn 1 then. Jake's got so Wilson's got a 5-second penalty. Look at this queue of cars, and look at this. Oh, Ghost and just beer have gone have gone banging wheels there. Oh, and a Ghost there. And, this is getting very perilous indeed. And they come out of the first case as well. Then 60 coming for cover, grabbing. Oh goodness me! And look on the outside. Look left. That's a silent shifting, silently going on the outside. And Hunter and Alhan are still battling away there in the 2nd chicane. And silent shifting moves over to 11th. He's going to go to 10th. And the Mercedes there is still still clinging on at the moment, isn't he? And look at this. And oh goodness me! And all over this track, and it's just being still on the inside. And he closes the door shut. Then Flea in 12th position. Well, then goodness me, there's cars all over the show, isn't it? I don't know where to look. It's fantastic stuff, isn't it? And it's now Alhan is now starting to drop right down in 16. There's still a light sprinkling of rain, and Flea has dropped down the order as now we got silent shift, and then he's back into 12th position. Now he's back into 11th, then coming into the Ascari chicane, and oh my goodness me, just be a stint of this. He's on a fantastic race, isn't he? Just be at the moment. They move through Ascari once again then, and look at this. Oh, and that Williams just took off there. Alhan is back in front. Then there's Hunter. I don't know where to look. This is incredible stuff. Hunter is back up the front position. Alhan has dropped down the 4th position. Oh wow, look at him, there's a train. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there. Wow, and Silent shifting then, it's up in the 10th position as well then, as we're on board. Look at that, Alhan has passed Hunter, now Hunter's going to be under incredible pressure now from Andre as well. Andre is over the 4th, is he got over the 3rd? Oh, we come through, oh, he's got over the strips there, and now Alhan, he's got a 5-second penalty as well. He's going to have to surely get that position back. Well, the damage has been done, hasn't it? Oh, goodness me, and looking in the background as well, there has been caused, there has been damage. What's happened? And I think it's Flea's got off, what a shame there for Flea, and Alhan in Hunter again, and ballad away then. There's Andre's up in the 3rd position then. Oh, that is a drop for going right off the track then. In the second game, virtual safety car. Silent shifting is gone. Silent shifting is gone then. And that's at the curb of Grandio, the exit there. So silent shifting has damaged the car. He is out of the race then. And that's a virtual safety car as well. Damage for Flea as well. It was getting very nip and tuck, wasn't it? On the opening couple of laps then. Oh, goodness me then. This has been a drive-through penalty for driver friendly for just before speeding on the virtual safety car there, so that's a bit unfortunate. We've lost 2 cars already. VTOL out of the race on the I think VTOL was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's starting shifting. I can't comment on that just yet, but that didn't look very good at all. That they were getting very aggressive, very attackive, weren't they, on the opening couple of laps then? But I wasn't sure where to look. That is oh, goodness me, someone was going right off there, wasn't he? Silent shifters after session then. It's debut in Silver hasn't gone too well at all. We're going to be back racing anytime soon then, and Iceman has got a drive-through penalty for speed on the pit lane. Now we're back racing, and here we go then. Let's see what is going to occur here. This light rain is it's a very unusual situation at the moment, isn't it? I think we have the same situation in a couple of races, didn't we? I can't remember the race it was now, but I'm sure we had a similar situation, didn't we? But at the moment, no, it's still the dry tyres at the moment, isn't it? As I'm wondering if we are actually going to get on the intermediate tyres, isn't it? It's still a sprinkling of rain then. It's still nothing to be too concerned about in terms of tyre changes just yet. Up the inside, Ghost up the inside. Just B's trying to go on the outside. He's gone in too deep there. Just B's also got a 3-second penalty for. Oh, that's a racing point of Carl Oliver, who has gone for the track. I'm not sure we got nerf there, but he's gone cross country then. But he's down in 40 position. And Flea is changing the nose cone on that Mercedes then. Of course, Flea is using the Ferrari there, isn't he? Into the pits comes Iceman. Iceman's on the intermediate tyres then. So Iceman's on the intermediate tyres. I didn't even change the tyres there. Flea's on the hard tyres then. So Iceman on the intermediate tyres. So both riders are on the inter tyres then. I'm wondering, that might be a bold strategy call at this moment there, mightn't it? Is that going to pay dividends? We're keeping an eye on there at the moment. The sector times is 30 seconds then. And look at Razor. It's all over the back of LP. LP is going to be it's going out to defend there, but Razor is flown through and up into 8th position then. VTOL's for session, unfortunately then. Up into up into 8th position there goes Razor. Down to 9th goes LPE then. Oh, and Serious Mushroom there is up the inside of Just Be there, dance on the outside there, breaking so much later, and he is still in front of him then. Good 17 then, but Just Be is now defending, and so Serious Mushroom is going to go on the inside, then Just Be is on the outside, then going into the Parabolica. It's a very difficult place overtaking the Parabolica with speeds not decreasing too much, but he's up the inside. He passes Just Be, but Just Be is carrying on, trying to go on the outside, but positions have been swapped then, and into the pits there because Mercedes said, I'm wondering if we are getting very close as LP. He's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. As LP is back in front of Razor. I'm wondering if a couple of guys now thinking that it might be time to go on the intermediate tyres there. So Wilson there is now only 26 seconds behind Col Oliver. So I'm wondering if the guys at the back are now just rolling the dice and trying to get onto the intermediate tyres perhaps then. So we're going to find out if this pays dividends there on then. So intermediate tyres for Col Oliver. What about Just Be? Just Be there. We're just waiting to see what he does. Actually, his mechanics are going taking a very long time there to get to work. Just Be is oh no, he hasn't come in the pits at all, has he? He's also got a 10-second penalty, Just Be, so he's having a bit of a nightmare start in his ALR career. Into the pits comes Iceman again then. Iceman is also having a nightmarish start there, isn't he? Andre is now, and Iceman's got a 5-second penalty. What a shame there for Iceman. It's not going right at all at the moment, is it? Andre is now in third position. Remember, he got up to third there, didn't he? I thought he might have given the position back there, but he did hit. But I think the damage was already done there, wasn't it? So I wouldn't have done it personally, but that's just me. LPE and FIFA is still very much battling away then, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Look at that in the background there, side by side. Glock set the fast up the race, and here in Monza, I was going to say Montreal then, but look at this, and it's Andre then. Look at the raindrops there, stuff falling down mode. Sector 1 issues in Sector 1, and what's going on then? I'm not sure, but I think think it's the Renault that just got out of the way then. Hunter then is gaining then by fitting straight. Believe it or not, it's all good, but look at the background, look at the background. That is LP, and that is FIFA Beefy battling away. We've also got Razor in the background as well, battling away down into the first chicane. LP on the medium tires, young man on the medium tires, and he's making it work absolutely splendidly well on the Haas, isn't he? Fantastic stuff from LP. Hunter is very close, and Hunter is very close to the back of Andre. Then look at this as they come out, Curva Grande. Hunter is really hunting him down, but at the moment Andre is still in third position there, in fourth position as Hudson. Oh, he's had a much better run then. He's going to have a go into the left roses, and he's going to have a go to the first left roses up the inside. He passes him. That's a fantastic maneuver. Hunter is up into third position. A fantastic overtaking maneuver there from Hunter. Brilliant stuff and stupendous bit of driving there. And he is now back on the rostrum. He's back on the podium, which is where you want to be here in Monza's, the best podium of the year, perhaps. With 20 laps to go then. We're still on the soft tires at the moment. We're still on the dry tires. I wonder if any of the drivers are quite surprised, but I'll be quite surprised by that, to be honest, because I felt that it is so close, isn't it, to being on the intermediate tires, isn't it? But it's still flirting, isn't it, way with going on the intermediate tires. We have two drivers on the interiors. That is Colin Oliver and Wilson in a 14th and 15th position. Everyone else on the slick tires as they come through the Ascara chicane once again then. So it's Hunter, yellow flagging two, that's a racing point. That's Colin Oliver, he's pointing the wrong way. He is pointing the wrong way here as he spins it around there, and he's damaged the end plate there as LP's got a 3-second penalty. These penalties might come back to haunt some of these drivers there. We're getting quite a lot of penalties. FIFA's in the pits then. FIFA is in the pits then, so he is the first of one of the big runners, so to speak. Well, they've got point scores anyway to get through. Andre's gone off the track then. Andre's gone off the track. He's got a 3-second penalty as well. He dropped all the way down into 6th position there. Oh goodness me, that's not good at all. Rachel's also got penalty as well. FIFA Beefy is in the pits. Oh, he's still on the dry tyres. FIFA Beefy is moment, so he comes back out on the slick tyres then. So I wonder if he had a damage there or something. Well, perhaps that's just a part of his strategy. Look at the gap at the front here. Well, we'll have a look at that in a minute, because I think the two Williamsons are getting very nip and tuck here. Oh my goodness me, as Ghost and Sarah's Mushroom. Oh, look at this, they clump over the curbs there as well. We got Young Flex, that's a fly off, that's Razor. He's gone off the track then, and he's just gone off the track in front of his so difficult conditions he's on, but luckily he's got all his wings in the right direction. It's so tough, these conditions at the moment, isn't it? It's on the cusp, isn't it? Look at this, the rain is just not heavy enough, is it, to go into the intermediate tires just yet. Fantastic stuff. Into the pits comes again Just B, who is in the pits, and also Colin Oliver is back in the pits. Well, Colin Oliver unfortunately was in the water earlier on then. As we come down into the Ascara chicane once again, absolutely fantastic stuff here in Monza as the leaders once again come through. Glock is now starting to bear down on 00, isn't he? Look at him, he's gaining, but he ain't going to be quick enough to come down the back straight. I don't know, but we're carrying on to have a look at the Williams there. It's a big old internal battle there between the two Rocket Williams, and he is going on the outside. Ghost is still in 8th position road, but I think Serious Motion has done some incredible racing. I mean, look at this, he has on the outside, that's a fantastic move. Into the pits comes Ghost. Ghost is in the pits then. We're keeping an eye to see what Ghost goes on. And now then, this is the battle then for the lead. Well, there they are. This is, oh goodness me, as a 00 just launched over the curbs then. And, oh, Glock's gone off. Glock has put on too much power, and he's dropped back, and that's a Renault in the background there. But he's been lapped, I think, as Just B has gone back on the medium tyres then. Intermediate tyres for Wilson still. Intermediate tyres for Ghost, and also for Ghost, and also for Razor as well. So those two have come in the pits then and put on a set of intermediate tyres, and this is incredible, isn't it? It's really so difficult, isn't it, to judge on what tyres are going at the moment, isn't it? I think it's still too. Oh, that's damage for Droffer. The man is in third position in the champion. Oh, yellow flag is what's going on? It's I don't know what is going on actually. If I just gone past it. I'm not sure. Oh, it's Colin Oliver. I apologise. Colin Oliver has had a problem with the racing point in the first session. He's dropped down to the last set. But yeah, I feel that it's too dry for the too dry for the intermediate tyres as it stands at the moment. But it's so difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult to keep the cars on track. I remember the slower you go, the less tire temperature you get, which means that you just lose grip. It's an endless cycle, isn't it? Remember in I think it was Korea 2010 where Button just struggled. He's usually a man who's amazed in these conditions there, but in Korea he just couldn't get the tyres up to temperature. I think it was 2010, wasn't it? It was just that I think he just had a nightmare race, didn't he? That when he was meant to be switched on to dry tyres, he just couldn't get the tyres gripping, could they? So That's the aim of the game at the moment. As they come down into the first chicane once again. Then, as we got Tolarov saying, third race in a row, me being behind the only one place on the wrong, the only one on the wrong place there. I think that's a shame for V Todd, isn't it? As once again, then of course, as I said, as we were saying already in the build up to this qualifying, to this race session, that it just seems to be so unlucky that we're on board in with Wilson making his debut. We're on lap 10 out of 27 already. Oh, yellow flag, and that's Vito, that's Conor Oliver. Conor Oliver is out of the race then, and that is a big smash. It's a safety car, so is anyone going to roll the dice then? And coming the pit, so we got a safety car. We didn't have a safety car here last night, but we have tonight, so this might help then the likes of Iceman and also, both Renaults, I should say, Just B and Flea as well, as they're all coming in the pit. So the question is, what tyres are going to go on? Flea is on the hard tyres at the moment, and intermediate tyres for Wilson. Now let's see what the Mercedes come in. Here he is on the intermediate tyres. Flea is on the intermediate tyres. Wilson's also on the intermediate tyres as well, I think, as they're just trying to get themselves. Yes, he is on the intermediate tyre as well. Just be also in the pits as well. 00 is in the pits. So is Glock. Then what are they going to go on then? This is an incredible race, isn't it? I am absolutely shocked about this. Look, I think that was intermediate tyres. Was that intermediate tyres for the Red Bull? No, it was medium tyres. Had 00 also on the medium tyres as well. I think that's the right call. Don't quote me, but I think that is the right call. I think this is a perfect time actually to come in the pits, isn't it? So is anyone going to throw on the intermediate tyres at the moment? And Ghost is the highest intermediate runner in 11th position. Razor also on the intermediate, and so is Flea as well. Iceman is staking with the medium compound tyres at this moment in time then. We've also got Mumford saying, oh my god, Glock isn't leading at the moment. No, he's not at the moment, but anything can change in this race. There's Hunter coming out of the pits as well. Oh, Hunter and God over has left the session, unfortunately. Hunter coming out of the pits. Intermediate tyres for Owen and for Droffer. My goodness me, they're rolling the dice. I'm loving this. It's all up in the air strategies. We've got a lot of cars who's on the intermediate tyres. This is definitely good. This is definitely throwing it all up in the air. And this is fantastic. 5-second penalty for FIFA Beefy. Oh, that is not good, is it? For FIFA Beefy. This is an incredible racing so far. We're on board with FIFA Beefy because of the pits. What tyres is the Alfa Romeo going to go on then? It's a complete mix and match, isn't it? It's kind of like what to go on. FIFA is staying on the medium compound tyres. Well, it's on the medium compound tyres. It's staying on the slick tyres then. Kingdome is coming out on the no, he's on the soft tyres as well. I gotta say, I'm loving this. It's an absolute nightmare for the drivers, isn't it? Because they're not sure what to go on. So let's take stock. The front three are on the medium tyres. So that's double. That's Glock, and that is also double. There going very weavy there, isn't he? As he's trying to keep these tyres to temperature, isn't it? They don't want any problems, do they? Intermediate tyres for Alhan for Droff, some dry tyres for Andre, and then we've got LPE, so it's Mushroom, both Williamses of Mushroom and Ghost on the intermediate tyres. Razor on the intermediate tyres as well. Kingdom is on the soft, medium tyres there for FIFA Beefy. This is a brilliant race, isn't it? This is what you want, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful conditions. Well, for me, not for any of these drivers out there at the moment. It's a mixed bag, isn't it? It feels like half the drivers on the wet tyres or the intermediate tyres, the other half is on the slick tyres. This is absolutely fantastic. They're just waiting for the field to bunch up there. Now, I wouldn't Just B, and I think, Just B is currently getting lapped there, isn't he? It's a shame if he won't be allowed to get unlapped. I'm not sure if he will be, actually. That is going to really hurt Just B. That's a shame indeed, isn't it? So we've got safety car on lap 12, and we are just waiting for the final rounds to bunch up. So we're on board with Wilson at the moment, and so Wilson making his debut. And what a difficult day to make a debut for the likes of Just B, for the likes of Iceman, and for Wilson. Really difficult indeed, of course, Silent Shift, and also making his debut in Silver Tonight Billy. He has been in ALR before, so he has got big experience behind him, but my goodness me, it's so difficult, isn't it, for drivers making your debut and having weather conditions like this, isn't it? You could be a hero or a zero, and let's see who has got this right, who has got this wrong there. It's so close, isn't it? I think the dry tyres are still the way to go there. Don't quote me though, because I get it wrong so many times, and I will probably look foolish by the end of that. But top three are on the intermediate tyres there. But it's such a lottery out there at the moment, isn't it? DRS, I don't think it's been disabled, which is usually one of the big factors, isn't it? I'm hoping the safety car will be in and then there's that then, but they're still a bit spread out at the moment, aren't they? As we're on board with Wilson at the moment, who is 15th, the last man not to be lapped at the moment. Just B doesn't look like he's going to. It looks like Just B is getting hurt behind the safety car. What a shame for Just B, isn't it? As he just cannot get in front of the safety car. He ain't allowed to be unlapped there, which I think is very harsh indeed. As Wilson there struggling, as you can see, look at how slow he goes, and look, there's water being lifted up in the air there by the intermediate tyres, isn't it? Which usually is is usually a factor, isn't it? Remember, the slick tires have got no grooves in at all. That's what I call slick tires. They disperse a literally minimal amount of water. The intermediate tires, of course, do disperse 25 litres of water per second. I'm not sure what the slick tires do, but there's probably a lot less than that. Then I think that I think it's very little indeed, isn't it? I think the safety car is going to be out one more lap, isn't it? As we're just taking a look at the front runners now. Then let's take stock. Then we're on lap 12 out of 27, and we're coming to lap 13. One more lap of the safety car, I believe, and then we'll be back racing again. Then double zero leads this race at the moment. Second position is Glock. Third position is Hunter. Fourth is Alhan. Fifth is Droffer. Andre is in 6th position at the moment. Then 7th position is LPE. 8th position is Serious Motion with 9th is Ghost. Then 10th position is Razor. That is the point scoring positions at the moment. Then, but that doesn't include the penalties at the moment, and that doesn't include the penalties. I have no idea who's got what penalty because they was coming up thick and fast. Razor's coming back in the pits then. So Razor is back in the pits, and I wonder if he's going to serve his 5-second penalty here as well, which is very clever. He is indeed, and so Razor is getting rid of that 5-second penalty. And what tires are going to go? Those are slick tires. Those are slick tires, I think. So I'm wondering then if these guys are coming back in the pits and put on a fresh set of slick tires. They are. There's also Flea in as well. Goodness me, hard tires for Razor. Medium tires then for Flea. Then oh goodness me, then so a couple of drivers have changed their minds. Then is also coming out of the pits. Then is Razor in on the hard tires. Then oh, this is great, isn't it? I'm loving this. This is fantastic. Really is. Then Flea then coming out of the pits as well. Then so all those guys who was on the intermediate tires now back on the slick tires. Those hard tires are going to be very difficult to warm up. And of course the hardest tire, the most durablest tire, but the less stickiest, which means the less grip. Then so he's going to have to do a lot of weaving around then, isn't he? To go and have to do a lot of weaving around there to get these tires up to temperature. Same with Flea as well. We have got as who is that? I think Just B has been been released there, hasn't he? So he can now get onto the back end. So that's good stuff from Flea. Oh no! I'm sorry for Just B, but he's been disqualified for ignoring the yellow flag. So I don't think he was towed. I don't think he was released then. And I think it's very harsh, actually, to be honest. So Just be in his debut, getting disqualified for ignoring yellow flag. Save the cars at the end of something. Then, and I think then Razor and Flea are going to catch up then because now Double Zero is the man then in front of the train. And so just watching then the disqualified car. I think he's been disqualified, hasn't he? Well, he's disappearing there in the foreground then. So we're going to be back racing then. I think it's been a fantastic race so far. Now we've had 13 fantastic laps. We're about to get underway once again. Then we're about as soon as Double Zero drops the hammer. Has he been disqualified? He's carrying on. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I'm sure I said something disqualified. We're now about to get back on it, and it's Double Zero. It is the Glock. Then this is the battle, and we've got now everyone is now bunched up. We're about to get racing. When's it going to drop the hammer? We are go! And now for double leads and Glock second. Hunter is in front position. Who's going to have the advantage? Look at this. And this Hunter is also he's getting a double dose of slipstream. Free for Beefy is also getting past oh look at this. Free press going down at Glock leads. Glock has gone off. We're on board with Hunter. Where is Glock? Glock is down into third position. He's dropped behind the two men, and we've also got Alhan. Remember these guys behind him are on the intermediate tires. Also Williams just skating across the road there as well. On board with Alhan, who's on the intermediate tires, and with Glock, who's on the soft tires. Well, he's on the slick tires, I should say. And Glock dropping down into third position and oh look at this, and he's struggling to turn in that Alhan is, and now he's got cars like clambering all the back. I think the intermediate tires, this is showing the intermediate tires on the wrong way to go. Yellow flag in two, what's going on in two? Oh goodness me, that's what's going on in two. Look at them all. Oh my goodness me. Oh, Jake is having a good old he's having a bit of rallycross there, isn't he? And you can see that there's a Flea also on the back as well. Then look at it. No, I thought Hunter was leading, and Andreas Alva does fifth position. He passes Droffer going up his idiot Scar chicane, and it's unfortunately Droffer jumping down, and he's on the intermediate tires. I think that's the wrong choice, isn't he? I think he's still got damage to his front wing as well. So yeah, unfortunately the intermediate runners are not and it's just not working out for him. Double Zero now is starting to pull away, and he's remember got a 10-second penalty, I believe, in this race. Then Hunter is second, and Glock is in third position now, and fourth. Andre is now all over the back. Then Flea is oh look at this as they come down into the parabolica. Ghost is dropping down, and Kington on the soft tires. And Droffer then coming into the pits. said, so Droffer's changing that front wing, also I think changing the tyres there, isn't it? Droffer's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane as well. Yellow flag, it's that's a Parabolica, and I think it's one of the Renaults. I think it might be Wilson who's struggling in the back there. Oh, in the fourth position is Andre. Glock is having a look at Hunter. Hunter and Glock are going side by side, wheel to wheel then. Coming out of turn one then. Now he's going to have a go at the Curva Grande, and then isn't he? Hunter, of course, he was third in the championship round, and a strong race, isn't he? Glock at the moment then is on the back foot, but I think as it stands in terms of race time, Hunter is going on the inside, and sorry, on the racing line, and then Glock is up the inside. Is he going to get it? Hunter is not giving it in, sir. He's not giving it in, sir. Oh, Glock is through. Glock is through. I thought they was going to spin each other. Glock's back in the third position. Andre is now up into fourth bed as Alejandro now the fifth position. LP 6, Serious Mushroom 7, King's over in 8th position. FIFA is up to 9th bed with Ghost dropping down to 10th position. Now we got Razor who looks like has made an inspired manoeuvre now to go onto the dry tyres because the intermediate tyre runners are now starting to drop back there. Iceman is same as he is now moved up into 12th position as well. Potentially can get some points on his debut. Droffer is, I don't think he's been disqualified, has he? Unless I'd think that, I'm not sure what's going on there with that. Maybe I've just seen things. But yeah, so Droffer now back down in 15th position, changed the nose cone, also changed the tyres. He's back on the medium tyres. The dry tyres is not the way to go there. As we've also got Kai Dashwood saying, come on, Jake and Iceman. They're currently 12th and 13th at the moment. Oh, we've got some yellow flags fluttering. I think it's free. DRS has been enabled. So yeah, so DRS has been enabled, and so it's still too dry then for the intermediate tyres. 2 seconds of gap is in the front. Hunter in front position, Andre in fourth position then, and look at this, and it's all nip and tuck behind us now at the moment. And fantastic then. Serious Mushroom and Alhan are getting very close, and Iceman is now out to 11th position. Into the pits comes Ghost then. So Ghost is in the pits and on the intermediate tyres. I wonder if he's going to swap back onto the dry tyres. He's got 11 laps to go there. I think it'd be medium tyres now to the end, wasn't it? Who else is on the medium tyres? Well, Iceman's done 10 laps on those medium tyres there. Even though it doesn't feel like he's been on them that long, has it? But they've chopped and changed this race. These pit stops in this race might be a record, isn't it? We've had so many pit stops so far in this race. Absolutely impressive stuff indeed. That LP's got 3-second penalty. Serious Mushroom there, almost pointing the wrong way. That is going to allow Kingston, who's on the soft tyres, and is starting to march up to the back of these guys. Flea's in the pits there. He's on the hard tyres now. The Mercedes driver is. That should easily get him to the end of the race then. Oh, it's LP, he's gone very wide, and that is really going to cause him all kinds of problems now, because now look at this Serious Mushroom, it's going over the back with DRs for both drivers, but he hasn't got him around. Oh my goodness me! And they're going side by side, going up to the Escar chicane. LP is just about the fence up position quite nicely, but now it's condensed these guys, hasn't it? Oh, it's now it comes through the Escar chicane once again. Then look, there's the leader of the 00 at the moment. He's got a 3-second lead at the moment over Glock in second with Hunter in third position. I don't know what I was going to say. Look at this, it's like Kingdom going on the outside. He passes Serious Mushroom up into 7th position. Fantastic maneuver there. And now then he's coming out of the Parabolica. Look at this, and he's all over the back of LP. Is LP then? I keep feeling that code of the pits is so deceiving, isn't it? And look at this, and now King's Own then is gaining, and then here he goes, and it's into the pits comes Serious Mushroom there. And now I think he's changing back onto the dry tyres. Well, the wet tyres, the intermediate tyres is just not working, is it? Alhan is still in 5th position though. He's still doing a cracking job on those intermediate tyres, on the wrong tyres there, but doing a spectacular job then. Fantastic stuff indeed. That Jake is now up into 11th position as well. Then as is that LPE there? Is LPE is back in front of Kington, and look at this, then is there side by side going through the Curva Grande, and down inside Kington goes once again on LP, and he is now back up into 6th position. Kington was there, so Alfa Romeo FIFA Beefy in 8th position, and having another strong race, isn't he? FIFA Beefy since return to silver after on a couple of races out, he's been fantastic in that Alfa Romeo, hasn't he? Very brilliant stuff indeed. Then Hunter's only 2 seconds behind Glock, isn't he? I don't think Hunter's got any penalties, has he? Maybe I'll tell a lot. I think he has, actually. Now we've got Iceman, who's come back. Remember, he got a Q3 in his debut, hasn't he? He's doing a fantastic job in Kai Dashwood is supporting both Jake Wilson and Iceman. Both in the Renaults. Both doing a fantastic job. Both. Well, one of them's in the points, actually. One of them is outside the points on the intermediate tyres. I think Jake Wilson's on the wrong tyres at the moment. And I think that might he might start to get in the points from there. But perhaps, who knows what could happen there. Razor is trying to defend, and he's on the hard tyres, isn't he? But so they are durable. But as I said, then he is just going to be lacking pace at this stage of the race, and he is down into 10th position. Iceman is now over to 9th, and good driving there from Iceman. I think he was very much on the back foot, wasn't he, at one stage of this race, right at the back. He is back in the points on his debut. Fantastic stuff there from Iceman. Jake is in a bit of trouble then. Look at this, there's Droffer going up the inside, the man who's second in the championship. Wilson dropping down into 12th position then. Droffer over to 10th, over to 11th, but he's still 9 seconds away from the points there. Into the pits comes Wilson as well, and so he's coming to the pits. Oh, 5-second penalty there for Wilson. What a shame then. 00 leading now, but almost 4 seconds out. So good. Yeah, 00 is leading, and Glock is second. Hunter in first position. Glock has got a 3-second penalty. Fourth is Andre. Fifth is Alhan. Sixth is Kington with LPE in seventh. This is the close ball on track at the moment, I think. And Alhan is now going to be feeling the pressure, isn't he, of Kington, who Kington, remember, started 19th on the grid. He is having to six about it. He's had an absolutely fantastic race here today, isn't he? Brilliant stuff from Kington. Possibly early contender for driver of the day, even though it's not very early anymore. It's run lap 18 out of 27, and we're in the final third of this incredible race at the moment. Then King's is actually the meat in the Haas sandwich and also the meat in the intermediate sandwich. Right, the only two men on the intermediate tires now are the two Haas's there. They're still in the thick of the points there, but I think they're just trying to extend out as much as possible. But I feel that the intermediate tires is the wrong way to go, but they're still in the points, aren't they? So that's definitely still something we're fighting for. Just B's got a 5-second penalty, so Just B is still in the race, and I'm sure he's someone got disqualified for ignoring yellow flags then. But I don't know. Anyway, or maybe he got a 10-second penalty. That just shows how much of attention I pay here, doesn't it? Not a lot. Alhan now is going to be feeling the pressure from Kingto. Kingto on a fantastic drive here tonight, isn't he? He's having a brilliant drive. 00's got a 3-second penalty. That might come back to haunt him there. He's trying to extend this lead as much as possible. Is that the 5 seconds here? Here comes Kingto. Kingto is flying. Yellow flag at 2. That's a Mercedes off the track now. The second Kingto is at the inside. He's gone too wide though. Alhan is going to go back up and back in front then. Kingdom there, Kingdom is dropped back down to 6th position there. So unfortunately for Kingdom, he lost. Serious Merchant getting the fast lap of the race at the moment. He is not in the top 10 now. So we're going to have all kinds of guys for fast laps here tonight, aren't we? So who's going to get the fast lap then when everyone sits down and get their positions then? On board of Alp then, as he is still in the intermediate tire. I think the Haas pair are doing a fantastic job on these intermediate tires there. I did rot off the intermediate tires quite early on there, but they're still in 5th and 7th then. So fantastic drawing from both these guys. Are really doing a splendid job then. And what's going on here? Oh goodness me then, is Razor is now back on the gearbox of Iceman. Iceman's gone wide then. Now is Wilson's got a 5-second penalty. He's got at the inside the second left one then. And Razor's through. Razor's gone off the track then. Iceman there is just gone up and under, and Razor then going off the track there, and also back through is Iceman, and Iceman really just a very good job there. Kind of let Razor go out wide, and he went back up and under and back in the 9th position. I wonder if Iceman had some issues there. Now Kingdom there once again. Can he get the move done this time? The gap is down to 4 seconds at the battle of the front. It's a very tense battle of the front as well as between 00 and the Glock there. Of course, 00 got a 10-second penalty right at the beginning of this race, didn't he? And it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Razor's dropped down into 11th because Droff is now up in the 10th position. Good 17th. Then Kingdom is out gaining. He passes Alhan. He moves up to 5th position. Alhan dropping down to 6th position. That's a Mercedes coming out of the pit then. So Alhan dropping down to 6th position, but he's done a fantastic drive today, Alhan. He's had a fantastic qualifying, and he's having a good race there. Razor is back in the pit set for the Ferrari team then. Well, Ferrari usually are usually flanked by Flea as well, but Flea is in the Mercedes at the moment, but he's down in 50th position as well. Both Ferrari drivers are on oh goodness me, as Alhan is not giving up the ghost. I think is the raid decent off to you guys? I'm not sure actually. Maybe as Prius just said, let's go, Iceman and Jake there. I was very cautious. I was very careful there, as I could have got into all kinds of trouble if I read that how I thought I read it first. Then so well into Pri there. Oh, as look at that, it's a total. Oh goodness me, there it's got a bit too dicey there between the Razor and Jake and Wilson there. Wilson is now on the outside. Wilson is up in the 14th position there. And down in 14th is Razor. Razor's on the soft tires. Did Razor get damaged there on the Ferrari? Let's take a look. He is all fine then, Razor is. And I wonder if he's going to try and get this for 13th position back there. Wilson's got a 3-second penalty there for skating off there in the first chicane then as they come down to the first last mile. This is the battle for 13th and 14th at the moment then. As Wilson there getting a bit squirrely there, isn't it? This is a very unusual race, isn't it? It's been raining all the way through the race there, but I don't think at any time the intermediate tyres have been the right choice. But having said that, the Haas boys are still in 5th and 6th. It is so close, isn't it? As I've knocked the, I get too excited. The Haas team was still in 5th and 6th. Then I'd say it's the wrong tyre choice, but my goodness me, they're doing a fantastic job. Kingdom is on the medium tyres. They're going to the end. Then I think did Kingdom actually go on the intermediate tyres? Because if he did, I wonder if he just would have load a set of soft tires onto the end of the race then. Serious Mushroom now in 10th position, Joffa to 9th, and Iceman is in 8th position then. And they're now going to be catching on the Haas pair, aren't they? FIFA Beefy in 7th position at the moment, but look at LPE, 6th position, Alhan in the 5th position. Fantastic stuff, and so it really is that, because I have been saying for a long period of time that the intermediate tires are the wrong choice. They really aren't at the moment, are they? For the Haas guys, they're making it work absolutely splendidly well then. But if this rain is starting to ease up then, those intermediate tires are just going to get worse and worse then. But hats off to both Alhan and LPE. I did say about Kingdom might be the contender for driver of the day, but maybe LPE and Alhan might actually get that might actually get to the final vote there, because absolutely they've been absolutely incredible making those intermediate tires work. I am absolutely amazed by both of those guys. They are doing a fantastic job out there, really are indeed. I'm really impressed. Droffer's still on changed his front wing, so he's showing some pace out there. Oh, it's as Iceman there getting a bit squirrely there. We got Mercedes outfit, the Curva Grande. I'm not sure. I think that might be just Beden, who's having a very difficult start to his ALR career, as Droffer going on the inside there, but nothing quite. Oh, but Iceman's gone wide, and now Droffer's up into 8th position. He passes Iceman. Iceman dropping down to 9th position then, as Droffer now making his way back through the field there, isn't he? Second in charge of the moment. Serious Mushroom there is really showing, is really lining up the timing for screens at the moment, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed there from Droffer, sorry, from Serious Mushroom. And Droffer's got skating on. He's got skating on there. He's got a 5-second penalty. Oh dear. So that's might not happen at all then. And now then Serious Mushroom is now going to give Iceman has also had a problem there in the first quarter as well, and the gaffer's gone up to 5 seconds down early. Oh goodness. And look, now LPE is now starting to really get some pace on, isn't he? He's doing a cracking job out there, LPE, and he's almost less than a second behind his teammate, and that will have... Oh, and now Iceman is got it wrong, and I think he's struggling. Iceman is now, he's done 16 laps on his medium tires, and they're now starting to fall away from Iceman. Oh, then Iceman's got a 12-second deficit between himself and Kingdom as well. Ooh, wow, incredible race. Absolutely, this has been a fantastic race, hasn't it? Maybe better than Canada. I'm very, I changed my mind like the weather, really like the weather here today. As I seem to chop and change about my favourite race. So that yellow flag, that's an Alfa Romeo pointing the wrong way. That's FIFA. FIFA is off the track there. He's out. Oh dear, FIFA Beefy was on a fantastic race, but he is dropping down the order there. He has damaged the car as well, and Kingston was not too far back. He had a 15-second deficit, and I think we see there he is in the background. Ghost is also catching up to the back of Kingdom as well. Maybe they've actually changed positions there, perhaps. Excuse me. Sorry. I was clearing my throat. Lap 23 out of 27. I'm really struggling now, aren't I? And now going a bit. Oh, no, not quite. And Serious Mushroom is just too far back at the moment then. And a yellow flag there in turn 1. As it's for the two Mercedes that are getting lapped then. And now Serious Mushroom is past Droffer. He's moved up into 7th position, and Droffer dropping down to 8th then. But is Droffer going to come back through? FIFA's left the session then. Oh, what a shame for FIFA. He was on course for a good result then, but he's retired from this Italian Grand Prix after he was possibly about to score some major points here. And I've definitely changed my driver of the day. LPE is absolutely fantastic here tonight, isn't he? He's incredible today, LPE. This is an amazing race. This is his best drive so far in silver, and I hope I don't put the kibosh on it, because he's doing absolutely brilliant stuff. Fantastic indeed there. As a fire shot to, of course, there as the Meeker gang. He's in the comment section. We've also got Emerson as well, of course, last season's runner-up, and I think he finished second in Monza yesterday, didn't he? Emerson did. Try not to drop your can of Monster tonight, Sean. I gotta say, there's been no profanity whatsoever. I've been a very good boy. And we've also got fire shot. Hi, Emerson, and fire shot's also pointing out there is 20 people watching right now. I think I was up to 23 earlier on, didn't we? Fantastic viewing numbers. Brilliant stuff indeed there, and so far no connections either. But I will touch wood there just to so that doesn't go put the old kibosh on that as well. LP is now quicker than his teammate Alhan, and we couldn't get any team orders. That is going to be an interesting dynamic in the final stages of the race there, isn't it? King Zone is now under a lot of pressure, isn't he, from Ghost. Ghost has really got some pace there in that Williams. He's doing a fantastic job there. As look at this, he's gaining. King Zone is going out to defend the inside zone. Ghost is going to go on the outside into turn 1. Is Ghost got his breaking point right? He's got it spot on. No problem whatsoever. There he is. He's away. He's in the points. Fantastic stuff for both Williams drivers. Absolutely splendid stuff. gap is down. Oh, Double Zero's got no penalty there. That might be it then. I think that might throw the advantage back to Glock's, back in Glock's favour then. Oh, LPE getting a proper 3-second penalty there. You must not do it by half second. Look at Serious Mushroom. He has been on the pace, hasn't he? As the rain is just is barely, you can see it's very visible now. It's it's almost stopping, hasn't it? So I think that now then this is where it's going to help Serious Mushroom and Droffer, and the Haas boys are going to really come under some pressure now in the final stage of this Monza Grand Prix. The Italian Grand Prix here in Monza is what I should say. Incredible stuff indeed then. So Double Zero leads them by 3.1 seconds from Glock in second. Hunter in third then. He is 14 seconds away from Double Zero. I can't remember Hunter getting many penalties. He potentially might get into second, but in this race having a fantastic race. Andre in fourth position now. Fifth position is Alhan with 6 is LPE. Seventh position is Serious Mushroom. Droffer in 8th position. Iceman in 9th position. Ghost in 10th. That is the top 10. Glock has got a 3-second penalty as well. These penalties are really racking up for the front two. Hunter might sneak in the back door as we're coming down into turn one again. And look at this. LPE there is really getting held up now by his teammate. I wonder if the Haas team might play the team game. Remember, Haas are second in the constructors at this stage of proceedings. Are they going to be able to stay there is the question there, because at the moment they are the strongest. They are the strongest team. The Red Bull, the two strongest drivers at the moment, with Glock in second and Andre in fourth position now. But Haas once again showing some very good racecraft from both drivers. Fantastic stuff. Coming to the first Lesmo there, and look at Serious Mushroom is making some waves. Oh, and look, LP's got wide, and up the inside, Serious Mushroom passes LP, and away goes an LP, dropping down in 7th position. We've got a bit of sunshine there, a bit of sun flare on the onboard camera there of LP. And look at us once again then, as a yellow flag, and what then that is Jake Wilson. I think it's just got off the track there, down in 13th position. Then as his teammate is still in 9th position, still battling away. LP is trying to just keep hold of this spell here. We love the RS and come down the back straight. Then I think that the Haas boys have done a fantastic job on those intermediate tyres. They really have. I keep saying it. I sound like a broken record. I sound like a parrot. But I think they've done brilliantly today. They really have. And I think it's not underestimating how difficult both LP and Alhan's jobs have been tonight. And same with all these 19 drivers. Now Serious Mushrooms over the 5th position. He's had a fantastic race into the pits. There comes I think that's a Mercedes of Flea as he comes to the pits. Lap 26 out of 27. Then Serious Mushroom is passed on Alhan. Moved up into he's gone wide there, he's bumped over the curbs there, and now then the both horses are going to be but look at this. Serious Mushroom's got so much pace, hasn't he? Droffer, can he get by as well, and can he get by the two horses with 2 laps to go there? Iceman is 4 seconds back then, and Ghost is 12 seconds back as well. Iceman on course for getting his first points in his debut. Brilliant stuff indeed there from Iceman. Fantastic. Coming down to the first chicane as well. Oh, it's getting very nip and tuck, isn't it, between LP and Alhan there. They've been stars of the show, haven't they, today? They're really good stuff indeed there from both Haas drivers. Lap 26 out of 27. At the moment, Double Zero is still leading this race from Glock in second by 3.1 seconds. Hunter has dropped back to 16 seconds, and that gap is getting too much. LP has touched his teammate, and Alhan has gone off the track then. LP has touched his teammate, and they have come to blows then. And now then it's down as Droffer's gone to 6th position, and LP has dropped down to 7. Alhan is down in 8th position then. Oh goodness me then. Alhan is just LP nudged him out of the way, and Alhan is dropping down then. It's a problem for Alhan. He is dropping back quite considerably. It's has he got a puncture? Has he got a puncture on these intermediate tyres? They were just on board. He is very slow. I think he has got a puncture. He has got a puncture. Alhan has got a puncture. Oh goodness me! What a shame then. And we got yellow flags in the background as well. What a shame for Alhan. He was so close to the end then. And they got to get there just as Alhan is just trying to keep in a straight line. Oh goodness me! Final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. LP's got a puncture on both horses. We're 1 lap away. This is incredible stuff. What a shame for both horses. So into the pits. Is he going to get any points then? I think he's going to. Might get a point here. Might get a point. No, because I think Razor might get that final point actually. Oh, what a shame then for LP. Is he going to get out in front of Razor? I think there's Razor. He's in 10th position. LP down in 11th position. And what a shame then from both horses. And they were so close to the end, weren't they? And here is this man. He's got one more corner to go. Brilliant stuff. As his fire shot saying, Serious Rush is having the time of his life out there. He really is, isn't it? Both passes then, are they? What a shame then. One lap away from perhaps becoming heroes of the race then. Double wins the Italian Grand Prix. Does he get in front now? Glock wins the Italian Grand Prix. That is his 11th race win of the season. And in second position then is 00. And he was 6 seconds back at the end then. It's Hunter going, oh my goodness me, Hunter is very close to Andre is very close to the back of Hunter. Hunter comes through in third position. Andre in fourth position then. FIFA Beefy finishes in 15th there. He's out of the race, so that's DNF for FIFA Beefy. So we've got yellow flags backwards as someone's getting really feisty at the back there. Serious Mushroom, what a drive! He's in 5th position! Brilliant stuff, man. 6th position for Droffer. Droffer's got an unserved 5-second penalty. Iceman there, who was looking bleak on the outside the points, is going to get some serious points here. Oh, 7th in the end. I thought he was going to get in the points there. Droffer moving up to 6th in the end. Good stuff indeed. Ghost is coming through the final Parabolica to finish in 8th position. Both Williamses have had a fantastic race here tonight. Kingdom in 8th position. 9th position is Ghost then. And well, look at this. LP will get a point then, I think. Will he get a point? No, he doesn't. He finishes outside the points in the end. Razor in 10th position. LP 11th. Jake in 12th position. Alhan in 13th position. Oh, he was one lap away, wasn't he, from becoming an absolute hero, wasn't he? LP and Alhan, they did touch at the second left mark, but I wonder if that was down to the the penalties then. Well, I got to say, we definitely earned our hard work tonight, didn't we? Absolutely fantastic Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. What a weird one with all the rain, with the rain, but it just didn't seem to be any time. I don't think it seemed to be the intermediate tyres there, and all the guys there on the front there stayed on the soft tyres there, as Andre has just gone smooth operator. And Glock there winning his 11th race win of his 12 race career. Fantastic stuff there from Glock. Really good stuff indeed there. Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant then from Glock. Fantastic stuff. Oh. I'm just having a breather. That was an absolutely incredible race. It really was. And let's take a look at the final classification from this epic Italian Grand Prix. And there it is, Glock, who had a 6-second penalty, and then 00, who had a 16-second penalty. 10 seconds of that was in the first corner. Hunter in third position, in with Andre in fourth. 5th position, Serious Mushroom. I think he has to be my driver today. He was fantastic, as I've changed my driver today 3 times in that. In the end of that, Droffer in 6th position there. Iceman 7th. King Zone in 8th position. Ghost in 9th position. I think he also gets fast up, does he? No, I think Razor does in 10th position. Then I'm completely wrong. No. Alp just outside the points left. Alhan in 12th position. Wilson in 13th. Retirement for FIFA with Flea and Just B in 15th and 16th. Cod silent and Todd all retired from the Italian Grand Prix then. That was an absolutely fantastic race. It really was. Then, as I just quickly catch on for the comment section. Darren said, "GG guys, enjoyed that. Brilliant stuff. Didn't have the straight line speed, but I'll take the W. Really good stuff." Then, that was very interesting indeed, to say the least. Then, so that is the Italian Grand Prix done and dusted. And I'm just as of course the next race will be in Spain, but that's not the end for ALR, is it? Because tomorrow night we are going to have bronze for the first time ever. So that's going to be good stuff indeed. Of course, that will be hosted by Elliot and Fisher, and it will be in the commentary box for ALR bronze. And our third tier, we're going into the unknown. We are in the Italian Grand Prix once again for third time's a charm. Who is going to win the first ever bronze Grand Prix? We'll catch you tomorrow night.